We vibing out and they saying little.
I don't mind vibing out.
So I got three random ones. I don't know where you guys put them.
Yeah, put them in the cup. Just fold it up and throw them in the cup. Yeah, we live now. We live now.
Politics ain't about religion. It can be about ain't no beef. It can be about
We live now.
Oh, we live.
Tell them.
So you know what we gotta do. You know what we gotta do. Oh shit! God damn! Profanity! We are live! Not safe for years. Oh, one day this gonna give me a heart attack, yo.
Good morning.
Oh man.
Man, imagine if you
Fuck a heart attack. My ears is gonna be fucked up fucking with y'all, yo.
Oh, my heartbeat is crazy. I gotta let up them Wendy's, yo. We are live and not safe for years. We have our wonderful, our amazing, our beautiful, our multi-talented, our serial killer on the low.
Look at the sweatshirt, though.
Dope.
Look at the sweatshirt.
Always, yo.
Dope.
Nostalgia at its best.
She was so kind.
Yeah.
And she liked the nerd. You know what I'm saying? But you also didn't know what she was.
What was she?
I always just assumed that she was black for a long time. And I was like, nah, let's just be realistic. She ain't black.
She's not black.
Represents all.
Right?
All cultures.
All browns.
You know.
And browns mean
Because
Patty mayonnaise.
we live in a Denise Huxtable, Lisa, Saved by the Bell kind of world. You know, it's like Susie doesn't relate. She's a kid. You know what I mean? Like I got Susie, but like Susie's not.
Who's Susie?
From Rugrats. You know what I mean? Like Susie Carmichael.
I'm Susie.
You know
I kind of remember Susie.
Was Susie ratchet?
No.
She wasn't ratchet.
She was very opinionated.
Ratchet was
And she
Angelica
really-
Pickles.
Yeah, okay.
And she really didn't bang with Angelica's like ethics.
Oh, real quick.
Oh, yeah,
When we give
yeah.
you want to give them your
Ethics.
government name or your handle? How do you want to do it? Because I kind of build up an introduction and I just say nothing.
Fair enough.
So who are we talking to?
I'm Ashley Alexander. It's a pleasure. Hello, everybody. If you know me growing up, you obviously know my last name, but I am Ashley Alexander. On Instagram and all that good stuff. It's @always_AA. Hello. So it's rare that I'm home and getting interviewed, not interviewing. So I'm actually,
right?
We
this
did
is like
come on your
technically my
podcast.
first interview.
Is it
really?
Like someone else interviewing me.
Dope.
See, but this is the only thing about that.
I'm really excited.
We don't use that word.
What's your verbiage?
We say conversation.
This is our first. This is your first
This
conversation.
is my first conversation.
I was saying
Unhosted conversation.
Yes, this is my first unhosted conversation.
There we go. Dope. Let me do a quick rundown because your accolades or accolades?
Accolades.
Am I already starting off? Accolades. You can't just wash over them shits.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just not, no disrespect, but you're not just like a fry cook.
Oh.
And no disrespect to fry cooks.
No, yeah.
Fry cooks are good.
I like fries.
I would be a fry cook.
I can't make a good fry. My mom's an America's Test kitchen foodie, so she makes a dope fry. I'll get to that later.
Okay,
Way to
dope.
make a
So,
good fry.
Singer-songwriter for over 12 years. VIP coordinator for the likes of Janet Jackson.
Yeah.
Kanye. I'm talking about the tours. Unbreakable tour, Kanye State. Pablo tour.
Yeah.
Slipknot. That's a country man, right? Yeah, we talking about that more. Chris Brown. Who the fuck is that guy?
Right.
Wildin' Out. Sounds familiar. Is that the show where they
Wildin'
jump on? Wildin' Out, my guy.
Yeah,
Production
we'll talk
assistant.
time kicking it down.
Has her own podcast, the Alexander Show.
Ashley Alexander show.
Ashley, I can't read.
Alex?
Ashley Alexander
I
show.
can't read.
On the working.
Listen, I'm sitting in Marvin's seat. Marvin can't read.
Oh.
Marvin can't read. You absolutely
Really?
right. He can't read.
But
Well,
sometimes he can't write too, but he definitely can't read.
What the fuck is this?
Also, let's shout out some more Baltimore talent. Backup singer for the likes of Greenspan, real dope MC out of Baltimore.
Yeah, he's one.
And how do you pronounce this?
It's DDM.
DDM. It's
DDM.
not. So I wouldn't say good DDM. Or
So
good
DDM.
Okay,
So doing stuff. I've done backup stuff with Bond Street District, and then I've kicked it with him. We've known each other for years, and I do a lot of shows and a lot of things when I am home with Greenspan.
I want to have both of them on. We got to talk how you can
Fair
finesse
enough.
that in.
They're killing it. Like they're
around.
doing it.
I'm hearing all type of shit, so we
way.
got to get them on. We got to
Like,
get them on.
I know. Like you might list my accolades, but I think those two are just
That's beautiful.
unreal. What they do.
That's lovely.
Unreal.
That's dope. And they've been doing it for a minute too.
They've been doing it for a minute.
If you've been watching, they've been doing
I've
it.
known them both for a pretty lengthy amount of time.
Nice, like
I respect them both.
2 weeks.
A little bit too.
Little longer.
DDM I've known probably like 3 weeks.
Okay, all right. We got to shout out. Rest in peace She's also sung a motherfucker. Yeah. Who sings next to Prince?
You sung next to Prince?
Yeah, ended
the symbol. The symbol, nigga.
Jesus Christ.
Prince. No, real talk.
Weirdly ended up on stage.
What part of your leg can I touch?
Well, there's a Michael Jackson tattoo. He's tattooed right now, so let's
touch her, because if you touch her, you're touching Prince.
That's a little.
Oh, thank you.
You can put spit on.
No,
you grandma ass motherfucker. Come here, baby. Yo, touch it. That's Prince.
I know.
You ain't touching it.
A weird person did that at the time. Like
what?
The woman next. Okay, so.
Put spit on your leg?
Do you want me to get into the Prince thing?
Yeah.
No. I can make it super quick.
There's so many things I want you to get into based on what he just said.
Yeah.
It's hard to figure out where to start.
I'm with it.
Let's start with Prince.
Okay, so Prince. So a really good family friend had been a musician on his tours for some time.
Okay.
And he was doing the musicology tour.
Yeah.
I was working at Uno's in Columbia, and thank you. And he at the time it had like come out that he was bringing people on stage during that tour. So it was a whole thing, and I kept like bugging everybody because I think at this point I'd probably sung for like a year, maybe like 6 months, a year.
Yeah.
And like publicly, and I was like, I want to go stage Prince. I want to go stage Prince. This whole thing, and my family went to the show in New York. A couple of family members got on stage and just danced. It was this whole thing because the whole concept of the tour was was that the history of music and how we got here is what's important.
Dope.
Like I could do all my Prince songs, but there's other older tracks that got me here that you need to know.
Right.
And the crowd's older, so it was clever. Yeah. So the DC show, I was like, y'all better get me in the building. Like what's going on? So they got me really good seats with my family. The stage was like an X, and so they got my family like seats at the end of it. So we had best seats, and then they give me this wristband. And I didn't know at the time that the wristband would get you from anywhere in the venue on stage.
Shit.
With like no interruption, right? But they were just like, cover it. So there's like a bunch of like adult Prince fans. I'm probably like 18, 19.
Oh, wow.
And I mean, they got like the tambourine.
So were you a legit Prince fan then?
Yeah, man. Yeah. I might have Michael tattooed on me, and everybody has this debate.
Prince is better than Michael.
I think so,
yeah.
A good friend of mine recently said this in better verbiage.
Maybe.
Michael is an incredible entertainer, and that doesn't negate the songs that I like of his. This is how I used to put it as a kid. Right. I always wanted a guy to make me feel and treat me the way Michael would talk about it, but I wanted, once I heard Prince, it was like, that's how someone's supposed to feel about me.
Yeah.
Like they want to do that to you.
So you started off taking it deeper than what
First song I heard was Darling Nikki. First one.
Yeah.
So I was off.
See, me, I just think when you listen to Prince music, it's going to last the test of time better than Michael Jackson.
I don't know, bro. See, I got to go over the whole catalog, but Mike, it's really hard. Mike has some shit, bro.
See, but there's a whole other sense of lineage that comes with Michael. Like, Michael was prepped for the shit.
Yes, it was.
You know what I mean? Like, Prince was just somewhere in Minneapolis by himself, tinkering around with a couple people, trying to make some shit happen.
Minneapolis. Dude.
Okay.
It's really nice there.
Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
You make a nostalgia playlist. Which the top 3 songs from Michael, top 3 songs from Prince? Which more of them make
easy. Come on now, I'm like a music critic out here. I do album reviews.
Which ones make it onto the playlist?
For me,
which ones make it onto your nostalgia playlist?
Fair enough. If it's Michael, first off, Get on the Floor from Off the Wall, because you can't have Go without Off the Wall. So I'm missing with that, right? So Get on the Floor. I'm a big Baby Be Mine fan. Those ad libs are nasty, right?
That made me listen to that again.
I always end up going to Speed Demon. It's my personal favorite.
You said no songs that people have really even listened to.
That gives her that much more.
I like that.
I'm saying, like, you gotta get them crates now, bitch. And you thought it was gonna be like the McDonald's thing. You're like, no, bitch,
no. Y'all can keep Thriller. Enjoy your fucking selves. Okay. No. On the Prince tip, Darling Nikki, because it is how I got into the whole thing. Strolling, which is on Diamonds and Pearls. It's really smooth. And if we're going to do something commercial, it's always going to be Baby, I'm a Star.
Okay.
Always. If not, Let's Go Crazy, which I found out was the song of the month when I was born. Like, that was like the number one
song of the month when you were born?
Let's Go Crazy.
I thought I liked music.
I realized that I have no idea what I'm talking about.
I feel like we got to do some I got to refresh my brain.
Yeah. No,
damn! If we was like on a game show and we had to guess like like Prince and Michael songs.
This
we
is
both
why,
go home,
we
but
can't
I'm
have a music segment on our podcast. Because she would be listening to it and be like,
Oh, you gotta talk to her like, hey,
right.
this week, is this even worth
It's not true.
the
That's
time
not
of the
true. I'm not like super like picky. Like I hunt for music in a really kind of good way, but I've always been the friend that other people are like, what are you listening to this month?
Yeah.
So I've never been good about the radio. I like the music video, maybe them 2 singles might get me to the CD, but then I'll never listen to the singles once I buy the CD. There's like a whole bunch of other shit.
SoundCloud. You like SoundCloud, or you feel like it's going downhill now? Spotify is going to that.
I think it's clever,
especially as it pertains to your podcast.
True. I think it's clever what Spotify and others are evolving into, but I think I can't ever erase the concept that it is corporate and it's evolving into that. So I think I'll always appreciate a sector that's
Isn't
free.
everything good going to become corporate?
At some point,
I mean, it's like you can't make something that's evolutionary and revolutionary,
and then not want to make money.
And then if somebody corporate is going to take it, gentrify the fuck out of it, and then mass produce it,
well,
it's inevitable.
Well, you're not gentrifying it so much if you do have somebody of that demographic, I guess ethnically, doing it. Then this is what I think is going to happen. This is all going to evolve into we're all going to end up some like random 1%ers. Yeah. Then this is going to go ass backwards, and then someone's going to be shitty at us for being the 1%.
Yeah, of course.
Because I feel now that there's a different sense of resilience and actual resourcefulness that at least a bunch of people in our age group have. Because I realize now that most of us can't sew or fish or
I can
fish
to like save
barely.
Ourselves.
Can't sew. Can't
Can you fish enough to like feed a family of 4?
No, somebody gotta die. Somebody gotta die. And my 2 least favorite kids that don't do shit anyway. You know,
I mean, I think SoundCloud is a beautiful, beautiful concept. It's the same thing I felt about Facebook. I mean, well, MySpace evolving into what things are now,
but
just whatever. But
SoundCloud didn't figure out how to monetize it, so they couldn't go corporate.
True, but there was something very poignant about the notion that artists that have had a streaming relationship on SoundCloud could be nominated for a Grammy. Like that potential conversation is wild.
That's awesome.
I mean, that opens the spectrum. I'm like a uppity. Someone needs to let me get on the Grammy committee. Give me a voting thing.
I think so.
I'm on a high horse about the changes. Like I want to be the political black woman for the Grammy.
Is that a theory or has it happened yet?
I don't know if it's happened yet, but Chance was going to be the wave because of so much that he had done. I think rap was on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And then
that's how you got hot from SoundCloud.
Right. So there's like a good amount of people that I've followed because of it. It is where I go listen to Move from Doja Cat. You hear me? Like that's where I go from. Like Kanye, No More Parties in LA was on SoundCloud first.
Was it?
Oh yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's why I got it on repeat and Wolves, like the Sea of Vic Mensa reason. Y'all don't.
You like Vic Mensa?
Ooh.
He been kind of wild.
Here's the thing. I like him with Donnie Trumpet a lot, and I like that whole thing. I saw him open at the 444 tour. I enjoyed the show.
Yeah.
I think I like what he stands for, but I feel like I digested better from Joey.
He doesn't know what he stands for all the time. It changes.
Yeah, but
that's
I
a
don't
good
know
thing
Chicago like that. Like, because it seems now like to be the trend, except for Common. Like they're all and like Chance. They're all like switcheroo. I got a stake in the city, but I don't.
Yeah.
But whatever.
He's one of the people I want to like. You know what I mean? You know people you want to like and you're like, come on,
They keep giving you reasons not to.
Exactly. That's him. That's
it's again not bad, I guess. The show was good. I go to a bunch of shows.
Oh, one of his shows?
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the 4-4 tour. Since you got experience in tours.
Yeah.
And I don't think 4-4 tour.
Yeah, I went as a patron.
Help me out, yo. I don't do. Okay. Oh, 4. You said 4-4. I'm thinking.
I said 4-4-4. Did I say 4-4?
You said 2 4s.
I think you might say 2 4s.
Fuck, I've been fucking up from the intro.
It's cool, but I'll tell you what. They
Alex Allen Daggers. 4-4 tour.
I'm a big fan. I don't drink super often, so I'm really happy that I've got like Birch Hour champagne.
Yeah, of course. If I would have known that you would have wanted some champagne, I could have got the orange juice too.
It makes a good drink.
It's perfectly fine.
So yeah, let's start off. Not so maybe so specific to this tour, but just tours.
Yeah.
As a coordinator, what are some of the things you can automatically expect when you're doing this type? Like what comes with that type of role?
Well, my positioning and things is so different and very much lower than the bigger propulsion of what other people are doing. Like I think I look at it for me in hindsight, like in a different way.
I'm listening.
Of like, there are people building these stages and hoisting these lights and queuing and sound checking in crazy frequencies most of the day, and that's my phone. And in the office really setting this up at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? There's a whole other wave of respect and admire the people that I work
hard
with.
work.
I mean, they're
to give you this illusion of grandeur.
Right.
Motherfuckers out.
A lot of the VIP stuff that I've worked on has been me being the one person that's from this side of it that's talking to the patrons. So my situation is always this way, like towards the people.
Yeah.
Then it is maybe backwards towards the crew.
Okay.
So this last Chris Brown tour though, I was hospitality coordinator, which is way more internal and way more on the crew side. I didn't have to deal with.
You like that?
The people. I don't know. I like people.
I love people
it.
as in the fans or people as in the
fans.
artists? Okay, got it, okay.
I don't mind it for the sake of adaptability, but I think all my years of being a singer and being like, I'm gonna have a tour and it's gonna go like this, and I'm gonna have a writer that's like this and this whole thing, and then to really realize if you ask somebody like, why do you get that bus company, or why am I picking this for catering? Right, because they don't eat pork. They're trying to change their diet. This one's allergic to this. This one can't have that. Those kind of things. So after a while, I realized like, wow, it really is a 9 to 5 on wheels. But you can't get anyone to believe that, no matter how many times you say it.
Yeah, they don't experience
because of the traveling part of it, and I get it.
Right.
So like, my mom travels a lot for the work she does. My aunt toured with the Eagles.
For real?
Yeah, for years.
Fucking royalty! What are we doing? Touch her! She has royalty on her!
So my aunt's far cooler than I am. Far, like in my mind.
Your aunt's far cooler than you?
Far fucking cooler than me. Like, she named me after a restaurant where I think my Aunt Charity, I adore you. Like, she's the shit. Like, I grew up with a person around that was a female of color from Maryland who kind of got in the game for their own reasons. I've always wanted to sing and tour and do that side of it. Right. So our situations of getting in are extremely different. And most people would probably be like, "Oh, you're on God, you win." Like, nah, dog, because we don't even get down like our family doesn't get down like that.
Right.
Like,
you
do
got
what you want to do,
yeah.
and I'll meet you there, kind of thing. So when I got there, the first time, like my first tour was with Janet. Like that was the first tour on the road. So I've been doing local.
That was your first tour
on the bus.
But you built your resume up before you could even you just jump like, I want to tour today, Janet.
Do female artists have groupies?
You know what? I keep fucking. Oh my god! I keep having.
Ashley said it. Ashley said she did.
Did she say she did?
Yeah.
I keep
like male groupies or female? It's probably
both. I think it's both. And I've been saying this oh my god! I just had this conversation about how I feel like it sucks that women don't have groupies. Like I've always thought like
groupies.
I don't know because I've been. I've been around it.
She's the one.
Fucking music makes me hard.
Like, but it's only been
Granny's like, no, you got to go through my man's first.
But like, she's like a perfect example. Like, she's the one I thought was like, there's gonna be dudes out here ready to like drop dick. Like, they're gonna do it. It wasn't. Well, she was married. You know?
Yeah, but what's that got to do with it?
What's
that got to do with the amount?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It wouldn't matter for me.
It wouldn't matter. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you wanted to be a Janet groupie, you wouldn't be like, hold on, but she does have a fucking guy.
She's married. I might really pull my dick out now.
Yeah,
when did I pull your dick out?
I feel like the only person I ever assumed had groupies was Rihanna. Like that was the one I was she's the one that was my face. Like maybe there's a bunch of dudes. Badu, maybe, but I really feel it about Rihanna. Like she gonna walk to the car and it's gonna be real straight men in a click of 4. Like
easy. And I don't know if easy. Do you think groupies? So groupie has this, I guess, relationship of almost like a sexual interaction, or sometimes I think it's not even sexual. It's just like I'm in awe of you so much that I want to give everything I have to you.
Yeah. It's really
I think that's where that's the real groupie.
I've seen it now.
I'll cut myself for you. Bitch, you that crazy?
I've seen some wild ones.
Groupies have evolved, though.
They have. Yeah. They motherfucking have. Okay.
You've seen some wild ones.
Monstars.
Yeah.
Now.
Talk to me wild ones. You can talk to.
No. They're not even that wild anymore because I think, at least from what I've noticed, there's a lot more common sense put into it.
Of course.
Nobody really wants to have that walk of shame. I mean, I don't care what nobody says.
They got motivation.
Kicked out or something.
Right. I think ego pushes a lot more of it because it's not. Because this is what I've noticed.
Groupies have a union now.
It's like
You're
got
a fucking liar.
You're not lying.
Yo, they got to.
You're lying. No, I can't tell. Don't have me repeat this shit because I go in my stories. Did you know that groupies happen? And I'm gonna coach your ass too. But I did not say that shit. All right, we should have a union.
But what I think is interesting is that for so much time, like I can think of people that like I admire that are famous that I would be like, I really want to get near them and have a conversation. as a kid, like I like Backstreet Boys, so there was obviously one like I want to give a baby, like you know what I mean? That. So it's weird to be an adult and then to see it now, because like I'll be really transparent.
Yeah, you want to give.
Are you even going to actually go for the dick? And this is the part that makes me mad. Is because I believe in consistency. I'm on this whole consistency train for myself because I like come from a place of instability. So
it's a good trend to be on.
I try to keep it right. So for a lot of people that I see, male or female, right?
Yes.
I just if you're gonna be back here and in my way, in these people's way, what are working?
At least try to get the dick.
Just go do it.
Yeah.
Go do it.
So people are back there not even, and they trying to be reserved.
I feel like sometimes you might see the girl that's like, I don't know if I want this, but like you're fucked to get here.
Yeah. Oh, you fucked to even get here. See, might as well keep the trend.
Or you're like you're fucked, or like your girls are back here, or your homeboys are back here, and they brought you to the show. Whatever it is. I mean, you never like. I don't see shit. It doesn't make me any fucking difference what you do. But what I don't want is a sad ass face.
You can't.
Yeah, no, you know where you are right now.
Yeah.
If you're,
I agree with that.
There's someone out there right now that would beat the shit out of you to be in your place.
Absolutely.
I say that. I think about that often. Like I appreciate anybody that can afford the ticket that they want to a show. But then sometimes it does break my heart when you can see the person up in the like nosebleed who's like a super fan. I wish I could give you the ticket so you could be that like you're shook to rep it the right way.
Yeah, bitch, that dude up there.
The people that can afford it, like the front row, you know what I mean? They used to getting what they want. You know what I mean? This person without the access.
See, but then there's some who really don't go to a lot of concerts, and this act is their end all be all, and I'm dropping dollars for it. True. So it kind of.
That's how I feel about Travis Scott. I don't care for concerts like that. But I think if I went to a Travis Scott concert,
I've seen all the videos. I'm like, this shit's all. Everybody's jumping this shit. I'm like, what in the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
I have some really good friends of mine that are working on that tour, and some of them are from other tours that I've worked on. So it's cool to see just the evolution of how things split up.
Yeah.
Because I know like some people might be from the Kanye camp, and some people might be from this tour, and it all kind of blends and they end up on the other thing. I realized it's kind of a smaller world than I realized it was touring. There are so many people I don't know. But it is interesting to have conversations and realize who knows who and who's worked with who.
And similarities, even across genres. You talked about something. So I have a brief some experience of being an audio engineer.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, setting up for a studio, you have to deal with writers. And you were talking about writers. I know you heard this before. It's pretty much a list of, I guess, demands of what they need to show up for a specific event. If I'm not, you can clarify on it. Like, if I'm coming to the studio, I need tea at a certain temperature. I mean, it can get crazy. I need croissants, day off, fresh made.
Yeah.
I need a person who's in the corner who's just going to shake their head and say, good job. Like, they'll have wild shit.
Yeah.
As a VIP coordinator, and you have to, especially when you're dealing with like.
Well, that's more the hospitality side.
Okay.
Fair enough.
What are you dealing with? Like some of the wildest shit. Like Chris Brown, you need what?
It's really not that wild.
Or is it mad regular?
It's for me. I was kind of surprised at how regular it kind of was.
That's refreshing.
And then I realized on tour, like, okay, so not just dealing with an act and what they need and the artist and what their desires are. It also plays into the crew because I'm also taking care of the crew and their buses and their food and their after show food and the catering and all that stuff. So there's a whole lot you kind of got to think about. Like, you know, everybody likes bacon, but if I put pork chops at dinner, a bunch of people might not eat.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or you know, like little stuff like the salad. Please be fresh, like stuff like that. Please have fresh fruit. Do what you get. Like I'm a water snoot.
Okay.
Like I'm a water snoot. That's because of Cher.
That's a new one.
That's because of being around Cher's camp.
That's a cop out.
And I'm a water snoot.
How did you become a water snoot? That's the question.
It came from
Baltimore.
I can't clean water. It came from partly that, and it came from working with the Cher camp. And Cher in particular wanted a certain kind of water. Yeah. And I kind of the key to it.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about.
And then after enough time, and think about it, after enough time with traveling, let's say this. So let's say somebody grabs the water and you're in, you're in Minnesota, and they get you Nestle water. So you're riding with that for a week. Maybe, I'm sorry, like 2 or 3 days. Let's be logistic. And then you get to another city, and then they give you a whole bunch of Deer Park. And then
it reacts a different way, and then you're just like the switching out of all this different stuff. Like I'm on the writer, at least.
You can taste the difference in
You can taste the difference in shit.
Okay.
And there's no reason to have this many adults traveling in this weather, in and out of these environments, and making them sicker by the thing that 70% of them are. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Number one water. What's the top water?
Dog, I'm not I don't get.
Come on.
Listen, my office,
come on.
They have a filter, and then they have the regular faucet.
Yeah.
I will go to the regular faucet.
You like hose water?
I don't give a fuck.
Well, you drink water straight from the water hose.
Bro, shower me.
Yeah, I'm a big Eternal Water fan. That's the one.
Really? That's
no
it?
Essential.
Can you hold that up?
No Evian. I mean, I might do an Evian.
I don't think anybody's even heard of it.
It's really good.
God,
it's that Safeway.
It's so good. It doesn't need packaging.
It's so good. It really is.
Oh shit! Look at this.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
You can look at the
it's
thing
good.
through the thing.
That's a plug. I will say.
Is that your brand?
No, but one day I'm gonna have them represent me. And Canada Dry Ginger Ale.
How much did it cost?
It's probably at Whole Foods now 2 for $4.
It's not bad.
For that size.
Water.
But I buy it by the case. I'm with it. Like I buy it by the case.
So
on the road.
You don't buy into what's that water everybody? It's not the one that comes in like a tube that's like
Smart Water.
Not
You
smart.
should say it's from Dundalk.
No, I'm thinking Life Water's the new shit. But like, what's that one that's like not Voss water?
It's like a tube.
It's like a square tube going straight up.
I
like
don't fucking know because I drink fucking faucet water.
I don't know.
I don't know what that shit is.
You
know what? Maybe can
I try that, yo? Let me try that.
You got is that my water, motherfucker?
Let me try this.
Pour some up. I swear to you, yo.
He'll go bust
I'm telling you, you're gonna change. I'm telling you, you're gonna see something different. Don't say I didn't help you.
This is our first
Eternal Water.
Eternal Water.
Can I have some of that as well?
Please,
okay.
please.
This is a treat, man.
Dirty. I should have
My
cleaned my
peoples drink better water.
Nice.
It took me a long time to get on the train. I'm on it.
That's where it's at.
It's very good.
Singing songwriter.
Yeah.
Over a decade. Did you want to throw something in before I jump to that?
Yeah, I do. Hold on.
Okay.
Watch this.
Are we doing a double blind?
This is it. This is exactly what we're doing.
You can't mix the dirty
We're
water
gonna see
with the water.
which one of these.
Blind water test. That's great.
Yeah, blind water test.
Who's the guinea pig?
You two.
No, you. We're gonna figure out if you know the difference between your water and my water.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
That's fine.
You got close.
Water test.
Okay.
Not right now.
All right. But still, you all need to try it first.
Oh, we'll try. All right, let's try it first, Nick. Me and you.
So you both need to try it.
Okay.
There you go.
I mean, how do you know you have wine? You gotta what do you do with good water?
No, you don't have to slurp. But it doesn't really have a oily aftertaste. It doesn't have anything in it.
No. What you doing? You like this first.
It's not bad.
Bitch, that's how you do it. I saw it from YouTube.
It's got an aroma to it.
It's just water.
This is good water. All right, let's see.
So like I said, it's just good water. Take a good guzzle of it.
It tastes good.
It's not bad. It's good water.
It doesn't taste. It don't taste any metals.
No, it's not.
I know what a metal tastes like in water
because you drink hose tea.
You don't taste any
metal.
All right.
Close your eyes.
You got it.
Hand her that one, Nick. I'm gonna hand her this one. That one is. All right. There you go.
Okay.
All right. There you go.
Okay. All right.
Do you remember which water's which?
I think so.
I fucking forgot. I hope you remember. Hopefully y'all remember.
Okay.
She knows.
All right, now give it. Now listen, you understand? Your representation, your rep, as far as being a water connoisseur, is on the fucking line right now. Do you remember which water?
I remember.
Sure.
I remember.
We can't ridicule her if we're already wrong with the water. Okay.
Yeah.
Now which one is it?
I think mine's that one.
This one right here.
Yeah.
All right. So I poured.
Bitch, you don't remember.
No,
you're asking for how bad did you know? I know how long it is. I forgot as soon as you gave it to me.
You're right. You're absolutely right. That's yours. She's right. She's right.
Drink better water.
There we go.
Damn. All right.
Drink better water.
Yeah.
There you go. So now we gotta add it to your list. You prove it on a Not Safe for Ear show. Your palate is of a different level.
Yes, I do believe in better water. But no, on writers, I mean that stuff matters. I mean, there are people, who need certain stuff.
It's a psychological
What's your
thing,
favorite
too.
food? What is your favorite snack?
Peanuts, cashews.
Okay, planters.
Oh, planters can't fuck. I can't fuck.
Sahal.
No, I gotta get them from some fresh or like Wegmans.
Okay.
Wegmans got the best cashews.
Wendy's
He likes
double
Fat Boy
stack.
snacks.
Okay,
Wendy's double
like-
stack. What? Hey, guess what? I don't fucking want Burger King.
Okay,
I want fucking Wendy's.
fair enough. Okay.
And the lettuce better be fresh.
How about Chick-fil-A?
So let's put it like this.
No burgers.
You're gone. You're on
Yeah.
the road on a bus with a bunch of 60 people for 4 months.
60.
And
fuck that.
Really, the thing that you like, the thing you would eat in your bed, the thing that you would prefer to have
That makes you feel good.
would be
that gets you in that mood.
cashews or whatever the case may be. Now, let's say someone put a list on your bus and was like, please, everyone put everything that you need and you want on it.
You got to get it.
And it shows up.
That makes sense.
It makes
That
you
makes
feel
sense
good.
to me.
It
That
puts
makes
you
more
in-
sense.
I mean, it really,
Because when I think about it like
is a
that,
temperamental thing.
I'd rather have cashews than have bullshit snacks that I don't want and then groupies.
Right?
I'd be like, fuck the groupies, yo. Get me the cashews.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I really do like potato chips. I'm a big potato chip person.
With potato chips. Yo, we gotta stop doing this. I'm just gonna like eat holes in all your food choices.
I like Utz. I do.
Okay.
Bring them Utz out. Bring them Utz out.
I like barbecue chips.
Oh, you like Utz? You like the spicy ones, the red hots?
No. Oh, I like smoky sweets. I don't really like spicy.
Yes,
sweets.
smoky sweets is my favorite one.
Smoky sweets. I like
And they got
those.
the crunch to
I'm
it.
the
It's
white
like
cheddar
kettle chips.
popcorn. From
Oh,
Utz.
me too.
That's I mean,
Yeah,
so I like we'll buy bags of it and bring it with me on tour because in California it's not there. In Seattle, there's no Utz.
Damn.
So you're going to think about it. Like the other side of the
That's a
country
good
might
point.
not have Canada Dry. It might be like a Schweppes or a Seagram's place. I don't play those games.
Schweppes is
Canada
better
Dry.
than Canada Dry though.
Whoa.
And I'm only gonna.
Whoa. Listen to me. Hey,
Okay.
sir, you don't even know your fucking water. Shut up.
I know.
Shut
Ginger.
up.
I know.
But he was saying you make drinks. So okay. So why Schweppes?
It's better with a drink.
It's better with a drink.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, he
See,
doesn't
I don't
drink.
drink too much. So.
He makes it drink.
Wow. Okay. Like I said, I like most people know it. Like I'm snippy if there's no Canada Dry.
Does it ever get as detailed as like I want a specific type of toothpaste?
Yeah.
Oh my God. See what I'm talking
Toothpaste is one of those things though, yo.
You kinda need it.
You can't be a crest and go get Colgate.
Or AIM. What's the shit called? AIM? You ever had AIM?
Or Tom's? How about Tom's? Without the fluoride, you need fluoride in your toothpaste.
I didn't know it was
I
Tom's.
thought fluoride was bad for your like.
It's bad for your health, but it's good for your teeth.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's good for your vanity fucking teeth white.
Yeah. So I mean, some. I mean, I've only really come across a minimal amount of riders. They're really not insane. It's more about consistency because really, what a lot of it is this list gets you that show. As long as all of these things happen, this will go as you paid for.
Yeah.
I don't want you to snitch on yourself. So we're going to say hypothetical.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had a request on a rider that was maybe somewhat taboo, risque,
No.
illegal? Like,
No.
hey, I want
Nah.
some
Drugs?
fire-ass
Not
weed.
drugs?
Nah.
I want some,
Mm-mm.
I want a prostitute.
No,
No.
that ain't got
Prostitute?
that ain't got nothing to do with me.
There has to be somebody who handles that.
There is.
That's probably their handler.
Yes.
More intimate person.
There might be someone on closer.
That's their
in.
Michael Cohen.
Closer in doing that. No.
Okay.
No. Even on like the VIP side of things. I mean, I've had someone ask me like, you know, where's your assistant watching the show? And we'd be like, why? Like, where are they watching? Like, nah, I'm not doing that.
Wow.
Like, I want them to watch it here. Like, okay.
You do festivals?
No. Well, no. I've done Made in America. That's the only one. Pretty much.
That's in New York, right?
Philly.
Philly, that's right.
Yeah. I go to Bonnaroo a good amount. I go to Afropunk. I just went to the one in Atlanta. It was the shit. I go to the one in New York a lot.
Yeah, nice.
Governor's Ball.
Okay.
I attend them more than
I haven't done one yet. Which one should I go to?
Good question.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay, so here's my criteria for a festival, and I've gone with like groups of friends, and we camp and we do the whole nine. Right? I might even have friends working and can like get the hookup, but I still will go camp.
Yeah.
The whole lineup. If you don't have more than 13 to 14 people on it that you want to see, you're stupid for going. And I understand going for the sake of being with your friends.
For the experience, for the atmosphere.
Sure, but what you're experiencing is 50 to 60 artists that you don't know and aren't even going to open your mind to potentially engage into. So you're just sitting around in a bunch of sounds, following a bunch of other friends. It doesn't. It can not work out sometimes. You know what I mean?
It can degenerate.
It can. So for me, and because I'm all over the place and I really like a lot of music, that's what I'm here for. Like, you gotta give me, like, who's the headliners, and it's a bucket list thing. Because for $250, you can bucket list 20 acts.
All at once.
Over, like, 3 days.
That's true.
It's brilliant if
Okay.
you really think about it.
Yeah.
You're really getting the bang for the buck. Plug to the festivals.
So which one should I go to?
I'm a big Bonnaroo fan because
Where's Bonnaroo?
Bonnaroo is in Tennessee. So it's kind of like a bigger 3-day roster kind of situation, kind of like Coachella would be.
Yeah.
And it's in a really nice place you can camp out. And I like it because, for me, the only reason I still really won't go to Coachella is because they live stream it. So why pay?
Which?
Yeah, I can
Why
do
pay?
that.
I like Governor's Ball because you can't camp. You just walk in, get jiggy all day, leave. Same thing with Afropunk. But I always teeter between Governor's Ball and Bonnaroo because between the two, you can see everything that really mattered that year.
Coachella's probably been like the most commercialized of all of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that changes the dynamic of the festival. Which one's is still like?
Yeah, what's that one?
Which one's that's like
the true diehard
exactly,
motherfuckers want to
exactly.
go to?
That's the one I want to go to.
You know, we're going to the real festival.
That's it. That's what I want to go to.
I feel like those are fading because I feel like the jam festivals used to be those like All Good was like a really isolated jam funk thing that had no commercial pop. You weren't going to get any rock. It wasn't any of that. I feel like Bonnaroo might still hold true even though they've updated and commercialized like the grounds, better toilets, better showers, that kind of thing. But I feel like
It still's got the same feel.
they all have high representation from a corporation anyway. I just think that it's about the people. So at Bonnaroo, there's a lot of EDM kids and a lot of hip hop kids and a lot of rock kids. So I have at least noticed there's a greater blend. I hear a lot of good things about Firefly in Delaware.
For real? Maybe we should go to.
And
Let's go to that. Let's go to that.
Was that the adventure Ja Rule tried to be a part of?
No, that was in like some island.
That's the other one. That's Fire something.
I know it was Fire something.
And, Fire Festival.
Fire Festival.
Yeah, that was.
Yo, do you know how much the tickets cost to go to South by Southwest?
Oh, now they're probably unreal.
Like $1,000. They're like $1,100.
Jesus Christ.
Man.
I was gonna go. I was like, what the?
That's one thing I regret. I regret not going to South by.
Yeah.
Back in the day when it mattered, like when the Fair Fort really was the shit.
And that's exactly what I mean. See, now it's too. Why doesn't it matter now?
As much.
I feel from what I'm hearing, it just sounds overrun with vendors and corporations.
It's a money grab now. Money.
Yeah.
I want to see it to say I saw it, but I would like to go to, what is it, 83C? I want to go.
Yeah, I hear about that as well.
I hear that.
Never heard about that.
It's like
GQ came on.
like a
producer
in Atlanta, kind of a South by kind of thing, but in Atlanta.
Good deal.
I haven't done any of this.
That's what I'm saying, yo. We have to fucking live, yo.
We
30,
Maryland ain't
31.
going nowhere.
You 39, right? Yeah.
Bitch, I hope
we gotta fucking go.
34 this year. I'm a
Me too.
Scorpio.
I'm a Libra.
See, fuck you, because you came with your slight. Like, I'm a few years closer to death than you. That's what you did, and guess what? We're a few years closer.
Yeah, we are.
Bitch.
Both a few years closer.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, y'all can have
Bitch.
that.
I'm a Libra. But yeah, I mean, I think everybody should go to a festival because it really does dictate. I mean, because there's a lot of people out here who don't know how to enjoy themselves alone. There's a lot of people out here who need a buddy to like.
That's a real good point.
Go do stuff.
Like
you've got all fucking day. You've got 3 days of just sleeping here. You've got a camp of like 80 of your peoples.
Yeah.
You might want to go see. I don't know. You might want to go see Washed Out, and you might want to go see Earth, Wind, and Fire. And there's a weird space of like someone's like, well, I want to go with you. Like, no, nigga, I'll see you if I'm
Yes. I'm gonna holler at you. I'm gonna go see you.
There's enough people, and you could probably people probably
There's
you can talk to anybody. Yeah.
It's really a really unique experience if you allow it to be.
Can we go, yo? Can you get the permission from the ward?
It's not permission.
Get your permission.
You got like a little thing on the other side of your chin. You got like a little lint thing
right
here, up underneath. Go get it. There you go. I know you feel it. Bow. But yeah, I think concerts are unreal, and I think that they're amazing, and I think everybody should go to a lot of concerts. They really make you feel better.
Oh man,
I just figured out how to get paid to go.
That's the beautiful thing about it. You not only get to go, but you get reimbursed for your experience.
Yeah.
A lot of people, we were just talking about, so my buddy right here said, hey man, we got to go this year. And a lot of people fall in this category, especially on an economic standpoint, when you just can't afford to live.
Yeah.
You want to live. You see the stores. You hear about it.
Yeah.
But BG&E is coming.
And that's half of the perk of like YouTube having live streams festivals and stuff. But no, but I don't.
We wash feet.
But when
he'll eat somebody.
We're fluffers.
No, bitch, you ain't gonna bounce in my fucking mouth.
I will fluff, okay?
Listen, when you get that next rider, that's all I'm saying, and they say fluffer, and you're like, what?
I will reach out. I'll send the email first. No worries.
He'll suck the dick.
There's
The dick? What are we talking about?
That's what
She's the one who
that's
said.
what love is.
She said that the females don't have groupies, so they need fluffers.
Yeah, but they don't call them fluffers, I don't think.
I don't think so.
They're fluffers if they for women.
But what's a fluffer for a female? I mean,
That's what I'm saying. I think it's something different.
We revolutionizing the game right
because,
now.
I mean, are you really just going to touch on her and then she about to be freaky and go on stage? That's like a weird thing, like a weird vibe. That's distracting.
I can't see.
Hold on. It could get done. It could get done in a way that's not weird.
Is it a bunch of encouragement and kisses on the neck?
Is that what you want?
I don't know.
Is that what you want? Let's put you in the headspace of the entertainer. You
This is going to be a good 1 minute segment. Number one, what would be the name of the female, the act of female fluffing, and then what would that be? What would those?
Fluffing?
She says she wants a neck rub. Kisses
on
the
kisses, neck rub,
kisses
like
right in the back of the neck.
I feel like
You're the best ever.
Yeah.
And look, and a low lick.
Oh,
yeah, a little
weird, creepy shit.
Look, this the ear. You're the best ever.
Is that really all women want? I don't fucking
You
buy
can't
it.
go in there because that's what
I'm not buying that, yo. I'm not buying that women don't want sex and like get your pussy and shit like that. You really would prefer to have people just whisper nothings in your ear?
It's not even I don't want nothing whispered in my ear. I think that's like a bad representation. I just don't think I want it before the show. I think it's the comfort of knowing after the show. There's dick.
Post game fluffer.
Post game fluffer. But that's a hard job, bro.
I think
because that motherfucker be dancing.
I know way too much.
No, there's a shower in the room.
Yeah.
All right, yes, the one thing you got to demand is say, I need you to wash.
No, there's a shower there. I feel like pregame would probably be if it's just, and you know what I would prefer if it was like, I feel like Jay has got to be given the Beyonce, like I'm in her room while she's getting ready and it's just me. Like I might not be talking or whatever, but I feel like I would want that at first. Like just I know that like he's in here, I'm getting ready. We might, give a little pep talk to each other, and then I go out and do what I got to do. Okay. But then after that, there's dick.
I can't wait to try
So we gotta do videos about like a demo video of like how we would do this.
No, ain't no we, motherfucker. You said you.
No, seriously, that's like still there. You need to get
it. What is
it? I don't know.
It's like a lint thing, and you just like rub the whole
y'all was wild last night. Damn, what do I have?
Just rub the
whole. I don't
thing.
even see anything.
Yeah, there's like a thing dangling. Just the whole thing. I promise.
It'd be funny. She's trolling
right now.
No,
she's trolling right now.
I don't.
She's been rubbing her legs the whole time.
I've never rolled. I am a.
No, you're trolling now because I don't see nothing.
It might be gray hair.
It
might be gray hair.
I didn't get it.
I think it's a gray hair.
This whole time, it's been light. It's been light on my beard.
See, look, look. Watch it.
Let's
You're going shut up. Look, what's that?
Did you put that there?
No, I didn't. Thank you.
All right. So let's jump back to the Genesis. Well, we got to jump back to the Genesis. Shit starting. You kind of talked about how your family somewhat influenced you with, what they took part in before you were even here, right? Mm-hmm. It wasn't like you was the first one who spearheaded it, right?
No.
Singer-songwriter for over a decade. That's a big thing. I don't want to gloss over this.
Yeah.
When the fuck did you know that you wanted to be a singer/songwriter? 6.
Yeah.
That's tight.
That's hard.
Fucking tight, yo.
Paint the room. Where were you?
No, please.
Okay.
Please. All right. Have you ever... So does that give you like a sense of purpose, right? That you've known since you were 6 you wanted to do this, and you've got like... You've done it.
Yeah.
You've done what you wanted to do. You feel purposeful?
No.
No?
I don't think entirely.
You're amazing.
No, thank you.
Oh, I said it out loud.
I think, because I feel like I'm just not finished yet, and I feel like I'm just getting started.
Well, you're probably not finished, but purpose is like being on the
it
way
is,
for a journey, right?
It is. Yeah, I think I had a real concern with myself that I wouldn't have a plan. I think that concerned me when I was really little.
Yeah.
Like, get a divorce. I don't know what tomorrow's going to look like. I don't know if he's coming back. I don't know what's going to be what. But what I do know is that if I can get the nerve to tell you how I feel, that might make things better. So that's like the childhood concept. If I maybe say something, but then I was too afraid to say it. So then it was like, well, let me write it and then slide it to you. And then there's no issue of my tone, or like I can be misconstrued as a kid or whatever. And then you can just take it and then we can kind of come back to it. So I think I'm always like writing because I feel like it gives like a 5-second delay.
It does.
To judgment.
Buffer, just saying.
A little bit. Like you just got to infer it first and then.
And maybe being a child of divorce also
influence
it adds to it, right?
Yeah, it completely
It's like
dictates.
people think that like the shit that sucks takes away from you, but kind of does add to you.
And mind you, the divorce I'm speaking of isn't my mother and my biological father. It's my mother and her first husband. Very different situation. So my father was around, and you know, it's a weird thing. Like, you know, when like parents aren't together, maybe there's kids who don't meet that side of the family really at all. I had my whole family, more so than him because of work, my whole childhood. It was a very backwards thing. I knew my grandparents. I knew all my cousins. I knew all of that. Me and him.
On your father's side.
Yeah, just weren't really banging like that. But my mom's first husband is a drummer and was like a big rock punk black guy, ginger black guy from DC.
Ginger black guy.
Yeah.
Punk
It's kind of like
drummer.
what you could have been.
Yeah, raised Catholic.
You've been a good ginger, but
raised Catholic, pretty agnostic now. You know what I mean? So I grew up with like very different black parents.
Than the norm.
Yeah, so like my whole thing was, and I was the only child, so I was just kind of like, I had no one to play with. It was kind of like I got, you know, so music videos, The Box, and Nickelodeon really
The
kind
Box.
The Box is the
Oh
shit.
my
I
God.
dropped a lot of
the
money
fucking Box.
on The Box. I'm sorry, Mom, but it was for the better. So.
Do you remember one of your first songs you wrote?
Oh, one of the first ones I wrote.
Oh, maybe what it was about, if you can't remember.
I think one of the very, very first ones I can remember was I did a project with 2 girls in elementary school on recycling. And my song was on erosion, but I used Tevin Campbell's Can We Talk?
Can we?
About erosion? It was
that is hard.
Right. So I wrote it. I just took the beat and then it was like this whole thing. And I remember like they were like, okay. Like, you know, like, I was like, we got it.
She
Let's
went
do it.
way
It
past.
had to be good because it was a bunch of bullshit.
Right?
She comes to that motherfucker like.
So it was like my real first translation, like take something else and write over it and see if I could do that before. So that was the way I did it long before I could really like find beats.
True shit.
And then I probably the one that's always stuck out was like I had a crush on a guy and I wrote a song over I Really Mean It from Dipset.
Oh.
And that was like the turn of the
Oh,
tide.
bars, you saying?
No, saying.
Singing.
Yeah.
Oh, I really mean.
Yeah.
Is that anywhere we can share?
Oh no. I recorded it. It's like it's always
That's a classic
lodged,
fucking
it's
song,
always
yo.
lodged in my brain.
Yeah.
But that was it. Like I remember, like I'm gonna impress this white guy who loves Dipset with that.
You got it.
Do you still really mean it?
I did.
No, but did you
I
get
don't know.
did it work though?
It did.
It did work?
It worked.
Wow.
It worked. It worked. Yeah.
Nice.
Why the fuck we ain't get no songs wrote over Dipset beat?
I couldn't even.
Man, y'all whack as shit.
It worked. There was another little kid that I like did when I was in high school or whatsoever. I think he got one over a Dipset track, and then that other guy got one over Allure from Black Album. He got gems out of me, man. Gems, and he was just like, "That's really nice. That's a nice song." I was like, "Oh."
What did you want more?
Yeah.
See? And before it was whispers, nice nothings in the air.
Right now, right now, that was a different thing. I was still a virgin. It was a whole other way.
American. All right, so we're not gonna go back that far because I don't think you want to think in 6th grade.
Yeah.
But let's say like high school. No. When did we send the little like, do you like me? Yes or no?
I had none of that going on.
I did it in 1st grade.
1st grade?
None of
Second
that.
grade. I wasn't having sex or nothing like that. I was trying.
I had none of that
I
going
just
on.
see her saying,
In school,
would
but
you give
even
me
in
dick,
high
yes or
school,
no?
nobody was spitting game with a kid that was not.
Nigga, I was simping until about.
You was what?
Simping.
What's that?
It's like when you a simple nigga and you just like do whatever.
Is that actually a phrase? I don't know. Simple.
Yeah.
Simping.
Yeah.
Bro.
Are you from Maryland?
Yeah.
What part?
Baltimore.
You from Baltimore?
Yeah, but I never heard about
Is that
that
not
simping.
it's not a Baltimore word?
I just hear simping.
I thought it was like
from other
DC,
stuff.
like luncheon. You know, when I first heard luncheon,
Oh,
I
Well,
was
simping
luncheon,
is
shout out to
specific.
the
yeah,
grandmas.
you a lunch bar.
It's specific for dudes who just like let girls run all over them for real, kind of.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I mean,
that sounds good.
Well, it makes
It's not a
sense
good
that I
thing.
wasn't simping.
Yeah.
No, you was a pretty boy too, though. I don't know why the fuck you was simping. What's
I was
wrong with
simping
you?
till about
High
9th
school?
grade.
All right, yes.
Yeah.
So I went to his house.
Yeah.
His father's birthday. Shout out Pops. Happy belated. And he had a
Happy
photo on his. You know how the motherfuckers used to take wax on their mustache to make them stay down? He was that ass.
Were you?
You weren't simping then. You was a pretty
I
nigga,
do
yo.
a lot
Pause.
now to try not to look pretty. I want to be like rugged and grungy, which, however, I can't fucking get it all the way.
Are y'all married?
Oh, you mean like separate, right?
Yes.
I was gonna say, we get off the gay
I was
side?
about to be like,
I was like, oh, we gay now?
No.
I thought it'd be like, yo, hold on now.
I've been fucking for a while.
Oh.
No.
Are y'all individually married?
Yeah, he just got married. I've been married that for a year.
Little spoon.
Yeah.
Okay, no, because I noticed that statement. It comes from most men who are married.
What statement?
Like I don't want to be rugged. I don't really want to be.
Well, that was before I got married. And,
Oh, okay.
But see, you get called pretty when you're young, and you like, I'm 5'9", he's like 5'6". You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you can't be 6'4". You 6'4" and pretty, I guess that's a different thing because you kind of got size. But once you like 5'9" and people call you pretty and cute and all that shit.
That's not what Prince said. Anyway,
shit,
let's continue this.
You know what I'm saying?
The great Prince disagrees with you. You fuck. And he got mad pussy.
I'm gonna be like fucking James Bond or fucking
Smarty.
Listen.
Are you going for Smarty?
They got more than Prince?
More pussy than Prince?
Fuck no.
No.
Prince took like photo shoots with like naked women having threesomes. He in the back like, listen. That weak ass shit. Maybe he did.
But
James Bond, he would get a girl to the spot where she want him the most, like how she was saying, like when she made that song for the dude. He'd get the information from her, and they just go. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's bad, yo.
Bullshit.
Yeah, come on, yo.
And he could kill people.
Come on, yo. And he could kill motherfuckers, yo.
He had great tools. He had great tech.
Nice.
I will give Bond that.
Yeah.
We're going to get a black guy Bond eventually, but.
Idris Elba's going to be Bond. He's the next Bond.
I hope so. I mean, he has the accent.
Is there more champagne?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Lovely.
That's a really good champagne. And
it's not
I don't
bad, right?
drink much, so I'm actually very impressed
that is,
I'm drinking it in
Mad Dog has a new champagne.
Does it?
Yes.
Oh, man. I was a 99 apples and a poured in the hurricane.
99.
Back in the day.
I've made some bad decisions off of 99.
But to answer you, I really started writing on some real shit. 17, and then that's when it mattered. And then 19 is when it really started kicking off, like recording, doing shows, and onward and upward.
Dope.
You right now still?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I got a question I put in the cup, but I kind of want to talk about it right now.
Sure. Yeah.
We looking at it in time.
We good.
Good. Nice. Timekeeper.
Ghostwriting now is like, you realize how many people have camps of people kind of like helping them out. People go to the studio together. You make songs. Kanye brings Drake in. He write the hook. Blah 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 blah. Like, how much of that? Like, should that be destigmatized, or should it be like, you are what we think Adele does? You know, get in a shitty relationship, cry a little bit, write her emotions down on the paper, and then give you that work.
Stop right there. Perfect. Well, I'm gonna do one of yours. Add on to it. Do you also think it's genre specific?
I think it's become genre specific, and I think I'll tell you this much: for an extremely long time, I really had no idea how many songwriters people had. Like it almost blew my mind, and it came from doing an interview a long time ago for a magazine, and them saying, "How does it feel that you write your music, you write your songs yourself?" I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, right.
And they were like, "Well, there's like 2 or 3 people who write and do whatever for a song, and you do it by yourself. How do you feel about that?" And I'm like, "That's like a thing. Like that's like how I found out, right?"
That's crazy.
And I think
circa what? What time? What year was this?
Oh man, this was probably 2010, 2009, something like that. And it was a really dope album cover that I was a part of with like a bunch of other wonderful artists on it, and they photoshopped my nose, which was like amazing, because then I kind of got a sneak peek, and I never have to get the nose job because I know what it looks like now. But I think for me, I always never understood how 4 people can come to the same summation on the same sentence. I think obviously you break it up, or I don't even know how that goes, and I appreciate writing houses that do it as a group, because there are some monster songwriting groups that are out here, and I respect that. I think because I've never been in a space that really allowed that outside of being with one artist, and then it's, maybe this sounds better this way, or whatever. Right. And if I sing stuff for other people that they've written, I don't really alter too much. It's not my words. It's not. I'm really just here as a mouthpiece. I'm really not here to change it all up. Right. So in my sake, it gets tricky because there's only but so many ways. They'll say there's only but so many notes on a scale, and there's only so many ways to say things about love and death and sex and anger and all this other stuff. So for me, I think it's more entertaining to figure it out by yourself.
Yeah, but I don't know if I agree with what you just said. That it's only so many ways, because language changes all the time. You know, like
if you're not going to choose another language, if you're not you're gonna learn like old kitschy like phrases for things, or big words that size one, like a whole fucking sentence of things, then we're always gonna just have the same lexicon, and that's bullshit too.
Not necessarily, because in the past like 3 years, right? How many words have came out? We say things one way now that was completely different than before.
Well, the meaning.
You know what I mean? The meaning changes all the time.
Good cunt. You know what that means? You know, as Americans, when we call someone cunt, it's somewhat of a negative connotation, right? New Zealand, Australia, When I call you a cunt, it's a term of endearment. It's not the nigga.
Oh, it's like what nigga? It's like nigga almost.
It's not nigga because there's no racial ties to it. And you can.
That makes sense.
But you a good cunt, especially to a female. You can say that, no big deal.
Damn, that's crazy.
Come over here. You talk about cunt. Ah, my kids.
There's a whole lot of work. There's a whole lot of sensitivity.
Where's how they shift?
This is a whole lot of sensitivity in the world. I'm just kind of
over it.
You over the PC shit?
It's not that I'm over the PC shit. I love George Carlin as a kid. So there's a million words to say. A million ways to say the same thing. You know?
And intent is very, very important.
And intent really.
We talk about it a lot often. We'll be texting back and forth. They don't ask me a question. And the way I type it, I always tell them, now imagine me smiling and being extra when I say this.
Yeah.
Because if you read it, your understanding of the intent might come off as I'm being harsh.
Right.
I mean, really, it's like, I'm with it, dog. Just put it together. Versus like I'm with it.
I'm usually yelling and screaming while I'm texting. in really nice ways.
Yo, you motherfucker!
You heard my last email? Text her? Like, I already fucking said.
Yeah, he's all capital.
Yeah. Got it.
We did just touch back on the destigmatization. Is that a word? That's a word, right? I'm gonna make it a word.
Yeah.
Of ghostwriting or having maybe a writing house, a collaboratory effort. I feel like it's really, as far as it being like negative or seen as a negative, it's more like hip hop because pop, country, rock. As far as my brief study, they've been doing it. Like I've always had like you if you dig hard enough, you're like, oh, this guy was working on that track. Yeah. He actually wrote this hook. Hip hop was almost like this, like not only that you had, like it wasn't real. It wasn't like you if it didn't come from you.
Yeah, there's a forced authenticity thing,
right,
that we're looking for.
Like, dog, you ain't come up with that. Like, you could maybe bounce certain shit off of, like, how you execute a bar or that punchline hit like it was, but you were never allowed to be like, oh, I wrote this 16 4 bars, the 4 bars that you like the most. Mm-hmm. If you wrote that and I didn't write that, you lose credit over everything.
The funny thing is, hip-hop, you can lose credibility because you didn't write the words, but if you could be writing about shit as if you did it, and you had nothing to do with that.
That's crazy, right? So I wrote a whole bunch of fake shit. I'm on the block with the cock. I think everybody do that.
Killed all these niggas.
But in hip hop, it's considered fake, but in R&B, it's considered transparent to somebody else's experience.
Yeah, and you're speaking. It's so fucking weird.
It's interesting how that plays depending on the genre. Like country, it's like, you know, like this person is representing, speaking to my soul of someone else's experience. And R&B, I think, kind of translates the same way a little bit like that. Like I recently was having a conversation about like somebody was like, you really, like I sing R&B and neo soul and stuff like that, and they're like, you know, you really don't listen to a lot of R&B and stuff like that. And a lot of times I'm like, yo, I'm not listening to female singers looking for understanding. Like I'm actually looking for a male singer to sing it at me because that makes sense. For you to sing it at me, right?
Yeah, that's the funniest thing. I was having a conversation with Dre Squirtle like last week, and I was like, "Yo,
back on too."
And we have to get him back on. We should have had him on the fucking day.
Your fault.
I know.
Marvin told us
because he's a big music guy, bigger than him. But he just listens to everything. He listens to me and be like, "Oh, did you hear this yet? Did you hear that yet?" But we were talking like all these fucking rappers, yo. They don't listen to fucking rap music. They be listening to all this other shit and bringing it back to rap.
It's wild.
Yeah,
I prefer it that way. As an MC or a lyricist, I haven't written too much in the past, but I feel like sometimes if I listen to you, and let's say we're in competition, because you're kind of in competition if you're in the same genre, right? In a sense. It doesn't have to be looked at that way, but I don't want to be, I don't want my style to be colored by yours at all.
You're designer.
Right. I'm designer. All right, let's say you future I'm designer. I'm already kind of.
But there's a lot of people who can't, like, I know a lot of artists who really listen to themselves in the car and run it. Like that's just their age. Right. Yeah, it's not even different. It's just they want to. They're not isolated, but they just want to keep it insulated to their sphere.
I feel like that's what Lil Wayne was one of. The Migos probably
to not adopt external.
Because subconsciously you'll start. You're like, oh, I don't flow like that.
Right.
But you can still get ideas. Some of my favorite music. I don't listen to it often, so please don't quiz me. But country music.
Yeah.
Country music is going to get better.
I like super, super, super old shit, like bluegrass, real old shit.
The contemporary shit is going to get better soon, though, because it hit that point where it's like it's trying to go pop, and that fucks shit up.
It does. I think that of course KRS and a bunch of the elders have warned, and they've warned us into feeling like it's negative, right? but it's weird because it's like swag surfing is now ended up in the hymnal. Not because you buck has ended up in the great gospel.
And it was a time when that came on the frontier where it was like, what the fuck is this?
Fuck?
Like you from New York or some shit?
Let's say it's good in a way because it made the music pop music now. It is popular music. So now it's widely in the world, probably. Maybe in the world. You don't think in the world?
Oh, I would think in the world, but I would feel like half of that probably comes from Wu-Tang. For the longevity of that evolution.
Very true.
Them motherfuckers had the world on lock.
If you listen to Old Dirty Bastard now, you realize these new niggas is just
he's one of the greatest black. Listen. I think Old Dirty's one of the greatest black vocalists we've ever had, and I don't care what anyone says.
Sonically, just
oh my god,
he didn't care about fitting in a box.
He sounds awful to everyone unless you care. If you care, he sounds like an angel. Yeah. Like I like Cream because of the beginning of it with all the dumbass honey. Like that. Like I'm here for that. Like this, he got a Summer Mariah Carey. Don't sleep on this.
He had to be high.
Yeah.
And I like Dirt McGirt and Big Baby Jesus. Like I was here for all the carnations.
Yeah, all that shit.
I Want Pussy for Free is a great song.
Jesus Christ. I'm just thinking about I'm about to go on a podcast and it was a music quiz.
Yeah, no, you can't win.
Fucking done.
You can't win.
I'm done. Let's just
I might win.
40%.
No, you're gonna win. I'm just trying to not embarrass myself.
There's a music dialogue question in that mug. As a matter of fact.
Okay. All right, let's hit the mug now.
Okay, so
we 1 hour. We are an hour in.
Fuck that.
Wow.
Good conversation. That's the difference between conversation and interview.
This interview is went well. He's back. Look at it, Steve.
I'm really glad I came. Thanks, guys.
Real quick, let's touch on our sponsor. We got a lighter. We got a lighter camera.
Oh.
So we have our first sponsor.
Oh, congrats. Ooh.
With Love.B. She makes her own soy, 100% soy wax candles, handmade.
They don't light good though.
They don't light good. You probably need one of those long, longer wick.
No, it's good.
You're a piece of shit. First sponsor, shit on great job. Nice, right?
It smells good as shit.
Yeah, it does smell very good.
What we do have in the workings, we have a few other things we want to upgrade before we get to it, but we're working on our own sex or erotic inspired candle.
Okay.
It might be like a naked bottle.
Okay, so that's Lush. This is Renegade.
And it might, what are we thinking? You tell them we're taking it too far. This is what I thought. I haven't even talked to the guys about it. The wick should be maybe in the nipple area, or if it's a male bottle, like the penis, the tip of the penis.
No.
I don't know how it's gonna work, but
nobody wants to buy a penis candle.
All right,
but
penis.
People will buy.
If you had a more circular glass that was more bulbousy, like a bulb, you could do the traveling nipple.
Fuck you, bro.
I
didn't say penis.
Women's bodies is just better, bro.
They are better.
That's just all. That's all.
I use my body every day.
I appreciate this world we live in now. I never knew when I was younger that men really gave a shit enough to be like, women are the best thing on the planet. So it's always nice.
Everything we do is for
some other voters out here. Don't
like, what would you wear if you only had to impress me and Marvin, and like you didn't care about chicks looking at you, none of that. You would just wear sweatpants every day and a busted ass t-shirt. You would wear a dirty beater.
Quite comfortable.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I would. Yeah.
Really?
I don't think I would shave
so
at all. I wouldn't even try.
First of all, I wouldn't buy candles. I'm buying candles now because I want my place to smell good.
So why do you
matters?
Why do
men? When I realized you were coming today, I was like, all right, I'm clean.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Thanks.
I put the scent on in the bathroom. No, whenever you have dude guests on, I'm like, sweatshirts everywhere.
Yeah, I bought everything. Go ahead, just move to the side.
It's real quick though. I got to make sure to say it. Shout out to Lawrence,
please,
because Lawrence made this for my birthday some time ago, and I got to bring it back really quick. I might be her for Halloween next year, so thank you, Lawrence.
You should be her for Halloween.
I should. I need to figure that out.
What there's a Lawrence have a handle. You know, social media age.
Kanye _ Paget.
That's his handle?
Kanye _ Paget.
That's fucking gangster.
We're Kanye people over here.
I love it.
You like Kanye right now?
Go ahead,
you like Kanye right now? You like Kanye right now?
It's gonna be a hard way for me to not like Kanye.
All right. Let me rephrase my question.
Kanye's human.
Can I please rephrase my question?
Absolutely.
Because this isn't a Kanye. Let's beat up on Kanye's political.
Please.
Please do.
Oh, please do.
Let's not beat up on Kanye politically.
No. We're here for the music. Let's take it to what
listen
matters.
to Nas's song on Poison, right?
Okay.
On Swiss Beats album.
Oh, I haven't heard it yet.
All right, we'll talk about that. Please listen to that.
I will listen.
And then compare that.
I'm not a Swizzy.
You're not?
I'm not a big Swizzy. So.
Listen to the song.
Okay, I will, because I didn't even realize I know. I will.
Post game show.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hit the cup.
Hit the cup. Are you gonna read them?
Yeah.
No, now we're gonna have no kind of talk because I won't talk Swizzy. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, well, we can, but
fine.
we'll do it
Hey,
afterwards.
can you
'cause I
ask
want
your
you to hear the
question?
song.
Can you ask your question, Denzel? I really appreciate it. I don't think you never asked it in the female. The question about how it, over time, how it's gotten better. Come on, you always asking for the guys. You gotta.
Well, I know her pussy rate's probably amazing right now.
No, but she.
Oh, not pussy rate,
Yeah,
but like
well,
maybe it's pussy rate.
But let's talk about
All right,
this.
so every week, I'm curious. We have different guests from all different breakdowns, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so like we had a dude come on. He works for NASA right now.
Okay.
You know, so it's like once you got the job for NASA, your pussy rate had to skyrocket because of that.
You know, compared to
I would
these regular
assume,
fast food
yeah.
shit.
Like if
Oh,
you go
I
from
see.
you work at Kinko's, then you work at NASA, it's gotta correlate. You know,
I would think so.
you would think so.
I have a really good friend. I'm curious who you interviewed. I have a really good friend that works at NASA, and that doesn't seem to be the case.
Miguel, mechanical engineer.
No, my homeboy's over there doing something else, but it doesn't.
So it hasn't.
No.
And if it hasn't, why hasn't it? Do you think?
I think because as a woman in touring, it's a very different situation.
Teachers.
Like I can't suck and fuck my way through this tour.
You
Then
can't.
you
But
lose
you see,
respect, though.
this is the thing, yo. This is the thing.
Respect, bro.
This is
I don't know. I mean, some of it might be
no.
respect. Some of it
It's not
might turn into an advantageous thing. I mean, think about it. Like there are, like I will admit, I have always been a fan of anybody who is a leader. So let's just start there.
A leader?
I like leaders.
Leaders.
You don't even have to be in a leader position to be an
Okay.
actual fucking leader. I
We
like
gotta
leaders.
hold on, because I don't want to go away from what we're saying.
I know.
Because that's the problem. If women are always trying to fuck upwards, then that would how you could lose respect, right? Men
Right.
in these power positions,
Mhm.
in these positions where like, oh, you can get groupies, you can get sex, you can do whatever. You're not trying to fuck up.
We're
That's why.
omnidirectional.
and
Right.
that's-
We're omnidirectional.
Exactly.
You will fuck
That's the reason why we aren't groupies, because we'll be in the crowd and we're not looking at the chick on stage. We're looking at like, oh shit, she's bad as fuck.
Right.
Right there.
So for a chick, it's different. I mean, because most of these people, I mean, you have to recognize after a while, you are pretty much living almost like in like a summer camp situation, if you will, with 40 different people. Some are married, some are single, some broke up, some have kids, some drink, some smoke weed, some do other things, some have whatever. And after maybe I feel 3 weeks, like you've like kind of got your clique, you got your people, so you kick your whiff on days off, but all that kind of shit. And it changes dynamics, because by the end of the tour, it almost turns into a defense thing. Like if this bitch pops slick at you at the bar, I'm gonna fuck her up now. Because we've been living together on a bus for 4 months. Like I know a little bit of what comes with you, or you know a lot of what comes with me, and it changes those things. So it makes it very easy to want to be like, oh, we're under the same umbrella, and I get it.
You're
you know,
slightly
but
media
like,
trained in your answer.
No.
Because what
I'm
you're
not
doing right
dumb.
now is, his question was,
No, your question.
my question
my
was,
rate go up?
is your dick or pussy rate going
No.
And,
You
and then the
expect
next
more.
question was how come, and then we're talking about like
because
the nature of
I'll tell you why.
the bus.
I'll tell you why. Because as a singer at a show, if you walk up to me at a show, I don't know how much attention I'm paying to you at my show.
Yeah.
So let's start there.
Okay.
So environmentally, I'm not somewhere conducive like you would think. If you have the conversation, be like, oh, I've worked on this tour, or I've done this, or I've done that. They either have the notion that you've already dealt with someone that's been this way, or you've dealt with something, or you've crossed this kind of path in this echelon of what that's considered.
Yeah.
And I'll never reach that to where you fuck with my regular behind for. There's
Dudes have this complex.
That's the big thing with us.
That's very
the big thing
true.
with us.
So like
We
I
will
said,
play ourselves out of
Oh my
position.
God, that's so fucking
it's
true.
not me- my
Because
answer is
a
not
dude
me
might
being
get on a
trained.
bus with you,
No.
and then he might get on the bus with you or whatever. He walked before, like, you know, you guys go hang out, blah blah blah. He sees that you just dapped up, fucking, let's say
He realizes-
ASAP Rocky. Now he's like, oh shit.
It goes, ooh.
How fucking? Why is that? Why we like
No,
that?
because we have to be alphas in all facets.
But
we have to be
but
alphas.
at times
This dick has to be the best dick you ever had.
But
Yeah,
see,
why?
But see, then
Why
that
can't
plays
it
into
just
And
be-
I work at Walmart.
See, but then that plays into it, because then there's like the people who kind of stick out that are the ones that are either in you know, like have been in those environments and are secure within themselves, and just kind of can stand next to somebody and understand
And
that.
be good.
And for some it's a challenge, and for some they get it. So I've seen a good amount of people like on tour and be in relationships, and it'd be beautiful because they both work, they both have space, they both have their time together, they both go travel, they stack the bread. It's like I can't think of a better way for like two people making money, and then just figuring it out. It kind of works. But to answer you, no, like it really hasn't. I can't feed
You
you.
know what's crazy?
Catering, I can't give you after show, take care of your towels, do
Yeah.
some other shit, and suck your dick.
No, that's not how it's gonna happen.
That's like
The dude, he comes on the tour. You know, he starts picking up duties and shit like that. He
No,
hangs out.
he's
But
got a whole other job. He's getting paid
22-year-old on with no responsibility. Me would have been the one who was like nervous, like, oh shit, you know, fucking, she's cool with ASAP Rocky, blah blah blah. How can I measure up? 30-year-old me would be like, yo, I'm gonna give you all this dick. I'm gonna do all this shit.
I need
right?
that.
But now I got too much
need
responsibility to come on the fucking bus.
What about the dynamic of people that are not even involved in the same industry as you? Now, okay, like Rihanna, right? She's not going to meet that many male counterparts who are the male Rihanna, right?
Right.
So we're talking about just the regular fucking group.
I mean, even if
quality level of
But
that.
there's dudes out here that don't, they're not famous, but they got status.
I mean,
You know
but
what
I mean,
They
even
good.
if I like what you said, status, because most people equate it immediately to money,
Yeah.
and it isn't all the time
It's
even
not about
status either. But like even with
status
that,
is big because it shows that you put effort into, like, no one's gonna say Rihanna got there like by happenstance, right?
sure.
So status is a direct, most of the time, correlation of how much work and how much of yourself you put into yourself.
But even with that, I mean, a strong woman intimidates some, and to others, she makes complete sense, right?
Yeah.
So even with that, it's kind of like my instance. Think about this: I am on a bus. Like, look at it like this, right? I'm at a show and I'm working.
Mhm.
Let's say I come out the back and I'm walking the floor or some shit, and you cross paths with me or whatever, and you try to engage in conversation. Sure, I can ask you to come back outside my bus and
Hang
smoke
out.
or kick it, hang out or whatever, right? But then that means I've got to ask these 7 to 8 dudes and chicks who've worked from like 8 to whatever the fuck to leave the bus.
No,
A little
that's
bit,
not
so I
how
can
that's
take
not
it
how it
back.
should work. This is
No,
this how it should work.
it work. Like men do this
If
better
it's a
with
dude,
men.
if it's a dude, you'd be like, no, fuck the boss, yo. We'll catch you up. You know what I mean? Come back with me. That would be better.
But think about it. After a show, you're only there for a couple of hours, and the bus leaves. They will leave your ass.
In a couple hours.
So what? I'm
Where's
supposed
the
to
next
buy a
stop?
hotel room for you.
Where's the next stop?
Yeah, see,
No, you don't buy the hotel room. The dude, still the dude's got a fucking.
It's like
job
a
or
weird
something.
transaction. You know what I mean? Like it's like. Now, if you have a day off,
So how do you get to know anybody? And how we get this deep into this?
that's what I'm
This is
saying.
supposed to be how much.
It's hard to kind of get to know people because you are away. Even if you involve yourself with someone at home, you know, there's a whole trust, security, respect thing that has to come with it. On the logic, like, I'm gone for 3 months to make money, and these days I have off. Do what you need to do. But also think about it like this. Like, I might have a couple of days off somewhere. If you're with somebody that kind of has their stuff together, they'll fly.
They come out. Yeah, of course.
It also shows you she gave us the insight of not only her mind as a woman, but how women think, and we've already told on ourselves in a sense.
How?
We don't even look at it that way. It's almost hard for us. What do you mean you can't just pull your dick out and go in the alleyway? She's like, well, no, first of all, I don't have the time logistically.
I like
If I do want to bust everybody off,
and the bus
a
driver
guy will be
will
like,
leave
I
me.
will go in the bathroom.
You won't pay for me to leave Fargo and get to Cincinnati, nigga. You won't.
Why are you in Fargo?
I have a show in Fargo.
Damn.
Listen, don't compare.
That's
your
North
I've
Dakota,
been
right?
like-
Ain't North Dakota?
Yeah.
Don't
Oh
compare
my
your
God.
Baltimore
I've been some
life
really
to fucking
interesting
Fargo.
shit in the U.S.
Fuck.
I haven't done Europe yet. I haven't
All right.
done Australia yet.
We a minute and 12:50, almost 1:13.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, don't you ever say something.
Yeah. No, this has
This
been
is
awesome
dope.
conversation.
Great interview.
And I'm trying to eat holes in some of the things you say.
That's your thing.
Finding it difficult to do.
He's eat hope.
Yeah.
Yo, I respect it. I really like your show. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
We appreciate
I'm
it.
sorry the one that doesn't read isn't here. I hope I meet him soon.
Ow! The one that doesn't read. That needs to be his nickname.
That's
Like almost
what
like
they,
Lord of the
that's
Rings.
what they said.
Let's get a t-shirt.
The one that
Let's get a
doesn't read.
t-shirt.
That's what they said. That's what they said.
He gonna hate us. Yo.
We didn't say that. I didn't hear Nick say that.
I said it.
He said
I
it.
said
You were
it.
supposed to put it on her.
What?
We're gonna
For
put it
her
on me.
saying that Marvin can't read. She watches the show. She probably can't read.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to say he can't read?
Yeah.
Why?
Because she's the first one to say it.
Oh,
We said it together.
All right, there we go. 26 Chambers or Midnight Marauder. And I don't know what Midnight
The
Marauder
Tribe
is.
Called Quest album because it came out the same day.
you're so fucking.
See, that was a
Not
good music
worthy of
question
her
for you.
time.
It's a 25th
All right, all right, all right, all right.
anniversary.
Fuck, we're
You're
so
welcome.
we're so
Okay.
whack.
Where are you at?
I like Tribe Called Quest better than Wu-Tang.
Okay.
Because Wu-Tang, where do you listen to it right now? Like, where do you get it into your rotation
It's
of
not,
your?
yeah, it's hard.
You don't listen to Wu-Tang. It's your soul.
You gotta feel the
Let me tell you something. All right, so I'm gonna say Wu-Tang.
Tribe Called Quest makes it into my fucking
I'm
rotation
trying.
every time.
All right, I say Wu-Tang. This is the reason why Wu-Tang. And it's kind of, you will know why I would think Wu-Tang. You should know, right? Music and what do they kind of like mix their music with, right?
Martial arts.
Martial arts.
Yes.
You talking about 6
yeah,
years
yeah.
old? I was fucking, me and my brother
That's
were
right.
knocking each other fake teeth out.
That's what I be watching your videos, fucking everybody
so,
up.
martial
Muay
arts-
Thai, is it
Have you
Muay
ever
Thai?
Muay Thai,
gone?
yes.
Do one of his classes.
I
Oh,
would
it's fun.
love
Super
to.
fun.
I need to work out. I would love to.
You don't work out at all?
I do. I've gotten better about it. I need to breathe. I had lung surgery like 3.5 years ago, so I need to
You
breathe.
ain't gotta work out. You drink fancy water. You're healthy.
Just saying. But my good used to do Muay Thai, and his mom used to bodybuilder, like really short, skinny people. But he taught me how to like.
Show people always want to know how to fight.
It's crazy, like how to take somebody down from like the kneecap.
Oh, it's
So I know
serious.
like where to get you in the kneecap to like at least drop you.
It's
I can
serious.
do that.
I try
A
to
little
teach
bit.
him.
He taught me a little
Safety,
bit.
yo.
Yeah.
I recently went to a gun range and like
It's another thing.
You went to a gun range and did this?
I was so excited.
Oh,
You went to a gun range with your hands?
No, I'm just.
That's not what a gun range.
This is like
You will lose.
This is excited Ashley. I went to a gun range. I like learning new stuff.
Nice,
so I went to a
nice.
gun
Good.
range.
It actually will help you.
Yeah, it was. I'm calmer now.
Wu-Tang for me.
Woo.
Um,
Did you just pick one
But why
question?
though? I'm gonna pick them all.
I think if I'm remembering back, like Cream, like fucking what was the shit? Gosh, you know the title is, but the one he did with Mary and Method. What was the name of that song?
Oh, that was a good song. I don't know it, but
You don't know goodbye?
Yeah. Shorty, I'm there for you every time you. That was one of the first songs I ever remembered, like word for word.
okay.
Me
So
too.
if we're talking features, we'll
And I
take
didn't even
all
know
day
what it was
long.
saying.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But then
on, a
martial
feature,
arts
on a feature all day.
Crowd was cool. I didn't
I
know.
bought the Jacal album. I like Ghostface. He is the end all be all. Long live Ghost. But I bought Mass albums. I love
Yeah.
I admit that.
All right, next question,
Mhm.
because we got to rapid fire these. Iggy Azalea got offered $2 million to do Bang Bros.
Yeah. Porn.
To do porn for Bang Bros.
Would
Of course, she didn't accept at this
Are you asking
point.
would I watch it or?
I mean, what do you
Which
think
is
about?
the
What do
idea.
you think about that? How did we get here? You know what I mean? What are your
Well,
thoughts?
she has a fat ass.
Yeah.
She's also white, and Bang Bros caters to white girls with big butts. Have you
Yeah.
noticed that? They
Mhm.
like to show like either Latinas or white girls
Oh.
with Afrocentric features.
Oh.
I have my PhD in Bang Bros.
Do you?
I'm
Bang
listening to
Bros.
a lot of
like
love shit on
literally
Bang
like
Bros.
I
a
emailed him
month-
trying to get on Bang
a
Bros.
month ago, I just heard about tastyblacks.com, and I am
Who? What?
tastyblacks.com.
I never heard of it.
God. Blacks are tasty.
Let's watch it.
It is like a Pornhub, but it's like all black.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Like so, all the categories like you would on your Pornhubs or whatever.
Black people.
Yeah, like no question, it's
Would it
black
be-
first.
Would it be insensitive to have tasty whites or tasty Asians?
No, I don't
Right?
think so.
In the age of we gotta get
I
the fuck
don't
over
think
fucking. Listen, if you like tasty whites, we got tasty whites for you.
I think that's.
Now if you say tasty whites only because we don't like black
I
niggers.
secretly feel like she wouldn't do it, but I also
She?
Iggy.
Azalea?
I don't think so.
I don't think
I'ma
she
tell you
fuck.
why she
I don't
wouldn't
think
do
you
it.
can fuck. No, you see how she twerks? Her ass helps her twerking ability.
It's weird.
You can have a girl with no ass.
That can
I
twerk.
see some Jamaicans. You like you don't have any ass,
Yeah,
but a girl with a big old fake ass, you're barely moving that.
You consider yourself a nerd at all?
completely. Very much so.
How was that a segue from when we?
Very
Why
much.
did you do that?
Remember our nerd discussion?
About what?
Oh, you a freak then.
Oh.
Nerds have the best sex.
We
the best
came, we like had a big
I have
deal.
that theory about nerds as well. I mean, I am not kidding. I am the one that can spot the nerd, and especially if you're quiet, and I think you're nerdy. Oh, you're gross.
Oh, it's a rap.
You're fucking gross.
You might want to get shitted on.
Yeah.
Hold on, not shitting on.
No.
Shitting on?
No scat.
That's the
no,
ultimate.
no scat for me.
He always takes it in because he's something about the ass
You gotta
issue.
touch
You know?
you on your theory about that.
the.
You want to jump to the next one? How many
So
questions
okay,
you
so
got?
I found out this whole I eat ass thing.
All right, so as y'all know, and I say for is, my wife especially, I have an ass fetish, and I just said, fuck it, let's just get to where it comes from. Yeah, asshole, right?
Okay,
Like if I got the
okay.
ass on my face, what am I just?
I would
not
think
gonna
people
do
mean
that?
butt cheeks when they mean it. Okay, that's fine.
Hold on.
I just want to.
You think people mean butt cheeks about what?
When they like when it's like it's a
I want the cheeks.
contrastation with ass.
I want the
think it's
cheeks.
not.
Yeah, it's mostly cheeks.
I want the cheeks, and
Right.
second, I want the vagina. Come on, let's keep it real. But the asshole is right there. Then you got the.
I'll tell you what.
The gooch
If
right there little area.
if
I saw a stripper with her gooch pierced, and it was the most incredible
gooch.
thing I'd ever
That
seen.
must-
I would like
It
that.
was like glow in the dark, and you
Gooch.
looked like you really had to look like what is? Oh, and I gave her on my mind.
That had to hurt
Mhm.
because the clitoris,
Right.
the penis is highly sensitive, right? So anywhere you tickle when you get that tattoo or piercing, it's probably gonna be the opposite effect as far as pain. The gooch.
I like the pussy pierce though.
It's interesting.
The hood, yeah, the hood is a movie.
So real quick before we jump to that,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because people don't ever fucking up.
They think it's a real clitoris.
It's so
not.
stupid.
Stupid-ass nigga.
Get piercing.
somebody had to get the clitoris pierced.
Someone had to have tried it.
You should get mine pierced.
It ruined.
I'm not a clit. I had surgery. It's not a clit anymore.
Top 3 music genres to have sex to.
Music genres to have sex to. Trip hop.
Oh, whatever that is.
Trip hop. R&B.
What is trip hop?
Like, have you ever heard of Massive Attack? Or like a group Sia used to be with called 07.
Sia? I like fucking Sia.
Like earlier stuff. She's like Bjork is the greater.
You probably gotta be. You probably also have to have.
Let's
like,
write this
some
down.
kind of
and soul.
Influence.
Like old soul.
Oh yeah.
Like super.
Soul was making love.
60s Marvin type.
Soul was
shit.
probably love, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think R&B can be love or sex, and I think trip hop is like we ready for fuck.
Yeah.
How about EDM where it gives you
No.
How about
Nope.
EDM
I
where
don't like EDM. I don't like wubbies. Wub
just
stuff.
it gives you the beat to go to. So yeah.
I don't think so.
You ever see women do appreciate consistency, and but you probably switching up too much. When she getting good, and you.
And guess what? You're not even thinking about the sex. You and the music is in your head. You somewhere over there.
The best way though.
And you just
that's the way you got
it is. It is.
If you think about the sex, you're done.
Pause, really quick. Do you so someone told me, one of my really good guy friends told me, like, you guys really try to like read things on the wall and distract.
Oh yeah.
I don't do that.
Is that real?
I don't do that.
Do you
But
try
I
to
tell you
mentally
what,
distract
I'll find
yourself?
something else.
I can know like 5 minutes before I have sex how I'm going to be during the sex, because it depends how your mentality is.
Oh.
If you mentally are like, oh my god, I want to fuck this girl, guess what? You got 5 minutes.
Oh.
If you're like, you don't even know what you're in for, you know what I mean? Then you might get an hour, or you might be like, yo, this fucking song is fucking hitting. Now you get into that song, that goes to the next song. You know what I'm saying? And you there, but you're not there. It's like out of body experience.
Okay.
That's how you get the shit where you like.
We also prep.
I don't prep.
I bust one off before.
I can't do that.
How does that even work? You're gonna hurt yourself.
I just go jerk off maybe a couple hours before, take the
A
edge
couple
off.
hours
Because
before.
if I'm so excited, it's like, yo, I've been trying to get this.
But you're married, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Well, I
awesome.
mean,
Do you
well,
still
still
do
talk.
that?
No. Now she'll take a 3-minute dick. Where you gonna go?
See me,
I'll make it up the next 20
Where
fucking
you
years.
gonna go?
I got 20 years to make it up. I'm sorry.
Like I said, I'm not
he
married.
jumps off the top rope on his wife all the time. So
My dick isn't that big.
when I say jump on the top rope, we've gone through stories. We know each other for maybe 6 months before starting this podcast, right?
Oh, that's even more. Oh,
Yeah.
that's great.
So we've
Okay.
learned each other.
More?
I think we're all out.
No, we'll get some more. We've learned each other through the podcast, right? So I've learned their antics.
I don't know this guy at all. He don't know what the fuck he talking about. So
I eat ass.
you know what? We gotta hold off on that because I think he needs to be here because he's gonna find a way. But we're gonna talk about that. You're eating ass theory. We'll get into maybe a few other questions.
Sure.
Let's plug. What do you got coming up while he's getting this? What do you got coming up that you want to keep
Man, we're gonna do some new episodes of the Ashley Alexander Show on SoundCloud and some other channels through the Working Class channel.
Is that audio only or video as well?
Audio. I want to figure out how to transfer this to video. You guys are way more ahead of the game than me on that.
It's a purchase.
Yes, you have to.
We love
There's music segments on mine.
Okay.
I let everybody pick songs.
Give us a heads up so we look.
No. Like I keep it real chill. Like, what do you listen to this week? I keep it real simple for everyone.
Okay.
Like, what the fuck are you bumping? Because I want to hear what you're bumping.
Okay.
And then there's my questionnaire and all that good stuff.
College dropout or late registration? Late registration. Better production.
Late registration.
Same Kanye, but just better production.
Fair enough. Late registration. I feel like there's two different people in this world. There's the college dropouts, and then they skip late and go right to like.
I hate graduation. That's what they go to.
I love graduation.
Yeah, but
Well, flashing lights is like a movement for me. So.
Yeah.
I
used to
love
like
808s and
Cherries.
heartbreaks, but if you've never had a nasty breakup, that album means nothing to you.
Oh, 808.
You don't know how to feel.
You would think everybody know how to feel.
Yeah, but no. Some people are really spared nasty breakups.
I've had a bunch of them.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm so curious because I always ask, what sign are y'all?
The best one, Scorpio.
You're a Scorpio.
I'm a Taurus.
Oh, okay. May?
Is that good?
My dad's a Taurus.
That's terrible.
They have
man.
really, really short.
It's like I'm married now, but I didn't want her to compare me to my dad.
No, I'm
You know what I
sorry.
mean?
I'm
It's
sorry.
like, all right,
No,
I'm married.
fuck him.
I'm married. I get
Daddy.
You know what
attitude.
but like, tell me
That's
that I'm
what
on some
they-
good shit. Yo,
they
don't
have
tell
an
me that.
attitude.
Don't say
They're
that.
very hardworking people. They're very diligent, but they do have
He's
an
lazy as
attitude.
shit.
And what about the one that can't read? When's his birthday?
The one that can't read. I love that.
We don't
What
know.
is it? I don't know.
We don't know him that well.
I don't.
We all just met like 3 months ago. Ass eating theory. Did we talk about that?
No. So yeah, what is your theory about? And I'm gonna quiz you because I ain't even.
So I have two different theories.
Okay.
Let's start with the first one. First and foremost, I believe that there are women who swallow and don't do anal, and there are women who do anal and don't swallow. I feel like there are women that do one or the other and can satiate and shut you up with one
the other
and not
one.
have to
Yeah.
do the other.
This is the thing, right? Because from a man's perspective, what you want? What would you prefer? Anal to do it in a girl's butt, or you would prefer her to swallow you?
I never had anal. Never done
Really?
anal.
Eats ass, never had anal.
Jesus Christ.
Prepping for nothing.
Probably nothing. Now, I've left some children on a tongue or two.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're asking me which I prefer, the one I know, the devil I know.
I much prefer a girl to swallow.
Mm-hmm.
Anal is cool, but it's like
I feel like swallowing
feels better than
looking
ass.
in your
Only
face.
reason people want ass is because it's taboo. It's
It's
because
that
a
thing.
girl's like, I may not give it to you. That's what makes
I
it
agree.
good.
I think it's a taboo thing, and I think there's the other foul people who are like, I can bust in here and I'm not liable.
Yeah.
Right?
You're good.
Sure.
You're Gucci.
And then there's a chick who swallow who are like, I don't want anything done to my butt because that's where I poop. Right?
Yeah, yeah, but busting in the ass and it's better ways now. Like I think we've created much better places.
I agree.
to bust.
I sometimes do have a little bit of envy because I don't know what busting shots like busting.
Oh
the
my
shooting
god,
club
it's
is.
literally the best thing. When I think about sex,
It's pretty
for the
awesome.
first, like,
Is it warm? Is it like a nauseating
if
feeling?
I'm
Is it like a
fantasizing,
When you're busting, period, or busting in the ass?
period?
my fantasies
Oh,
all
man.
start with the ending, all of them,
With the busting part?
and I work my way
Oh,
backwards. I'm not even
Oh,
bullshitting,
okay,
and you just made me realize that.
okay.
You start with the busting?
Like, it's about the end.
Every time I fantasize, I always start with how do I end this, right? It's like I always start with like
That's interesting.
where do you want me to come? You know what I
That's
mean?
interesting.
That's my first thing.
Because I realized, because I was having a conversation with somebody, and they were telling me that, like, if a chick is, like, coming me, it's like a kill switch,
Oh,
and there
fuck
is
no.
no reverse.
Yeah, no,
There is
nobody
no
wants to hear that.
backpedal. Like,
Nobody
nobody
wants
wants to hear it, but, like, if you say it, he can't
Can't
kill, he
hear
can't
that.
back up.
Yeah.
You say, come on my fucking face. Though. It's party time.
Really?
Yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
just come on my fucking eyes.
How about this?
Like, just come all over
And-
me.
and-
Is it a power thing?
No.
Yeah, it's
It's
fine.
Is
It's
it a humiliation
no,
thing?
it's not a
No, not
humiliation.
humiliation
I think
thing.
for white boys, it's a humiliation thing, based on what I've seen, right?
Okay.
But for me, it's like, are you? All right,
I'm just so down.
You fuck with me. You fuck with me to a point as though like, and a dude, you feel good about your nut, right? You shoot enough, you feel fucking amazing. To see her feel amazing about the nut
About
you just
receiving
shot, about receiving
It's
it.
like giving a
It's
gift
like
to someone truly
I
appreciates it.
I never looked at a girl afterwards and liked her less. I like her more. I'm like, oh shit. Like I had a girl one time was rubbing it in like this and shit.
Oh, wow.
She's
I
like,
have
this is
heard
gonna be
a
good for my
homeboy of
skin.
mine-
She's like,
I've
it's gonna be
had
good
a
for my
homeboy-
skin.
No.
And you know what? I'm just sitting there like,
You like that?
yes.
You're a serial
Now, one of my
You're
best
serious
guy
killer.
friends always
It
said,
rubs the cum on
it's
its
something that you
skin.
said, I just now I noticed, my best guy friend says all the time, he's like, it's a gift I made for you, bitch. That's his statement.
Yeah.
But the ass eating theory, this is
Can
the
I
theory.
steal it from him? Ask him if I can
Yeah,
copyright
it's a
it.
gift. The ass eating theory. I think that when you get into a real beef with a chick and then you want to throw the I already hit. And
No,
that's like,
I never say
like the
that.
bringer.
Yeah.
No.
I think ass eating is the equivalent for women.
Oh,
Like,
Oh, you ate my
like,
ass.
You can't uneat my ass.
Yeah, you know you right.
Yeah, but guess what?
You know you are right.
Like I'm not that
But guess
petty,
what?
but it's
But guess
No,
what?
it's there to use though.
But guess
What?
what?
You ate my ass. I'm like, oh,
I don't-
it's almost like you got a little dick.
I don't feel bad.
It's
about
right
it.
below it.
it's right below
Yeah,
it.
but if you don't feel bad about eating the ass, then
I don't feel bad, but
But your boys are going to clown
your
you
boys
for
gonna clown
being
you.
the ass
Oh, in
eater.
public, in public.
If they're adult, no.
You know what you're
That's
gonna
why
say?
you ate my
know
ass.
what you're gonna say to
Like,
them?
what the
You know what you're gonna say to them? No, grow up, man. That's it.
No. Hey, as an
Grow
ass
up.
eater, that's not how it goes. It's still not socially acceptable.
Bro, I want to do everything that's not socially acceptable. Not everything, but
Well,
like,
that's why I'm glad
that's
you're
a
my
tough
friend.
turn.
I'm glad you're my
You
friend.
guys have a great show, by the way.
Oh,
You think
Jesus
so?
Christ.
Great show.
Thank
I
you,
appreciate
thank
the transparency here.
Oh,
I really do.
yeah.
There's a lot of podcasts that aren't dishonest. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, we keep it.
All right, let's switch it real quick. Does it make or break a date you dating somebody if they don't own a passport?
Now, here, make or
Would
break.
you like this?
Yes, make or break. That's a question from the Ashley Alexander podcast. And here's the terms. You have been involved with somebody for a year.
Mhm.
Does it make or break that they do not own a passport and have no desire to get one? That's
So,
an Ashley Alexander question.
I'm big on potential.
Okay. I respect
It's
that.
not about like, you know what I mean, where I'm at right now. It's like, all right, okay, a year after having a passport talk, if you're not talking that let's go somewhere shit,
I've introduced
that's
the
break.
topic to you.
Now it's break.
Break.
Yeah, but I don't like to teach people shit. I really don't.
I don't either.
I would much rather you come like equipped.
Agreed.
But if I have to, and you come in, like most people going to teach the person you teaching passport talk to, they're going to teach you something.
I would agree.
They're a
with that
completely
too.
different person, so they're showing you some shit you never even thought about, and that's like the epitome of my relationship.
Make or break.
I think it's not a break, but see, it's coming. So you got to also ask like the person what kind of lifestyle you already living at the time. And as much as I want to be a traveler, I'm not. So if you're asking me right now, 2018 Nick version, hey, is this a make or break? I'm like, no, it's not a make or break. Like I'm cool with it because I don't travel as much.
Got it.
Now, if you met me in another life or
Not another life.
Or let's say if I'm more, whatever my reason is for not traveling,
Next year.
I'm in that space.
Next year.
I don't think I'm going to be traveling.
You'll be traveling next
But
year.
maybe by 40, my finances are good. I got a few things together.
Go to bookit.com. I'm a plug master.
Yeah.
Go to bookit.com. There's
Yeah.
cheap vacations. You can get up out of here.
No,
whenever you
seriously.
want.
Seriously. Yo.
It's not a make or break for me. But what you were saying, to just double down on that, I think across whatever it might be, a willingness to, if we're trying to do this and I want to do that, are you willing to, even if you're not equipped right now to do it, to travel this journey with me? Versus like, I don't want to do it. Then it's a make or break. There's no fluidity with you. Like, you don't ever want to do anything that I want to do and we're in a
I can
relationship.
understand that.
Why the fuck are we in a relationship?
How about the person you meet who's like, they travel all the time. Every month they travel for work. Their outlook on traveling is completely different from the person who's just starting.
But look at the step back on that. Even as you pointed me at that, there's someone that I point at that travels so much more.
Trumps you.
And
I mean, completely. I mean, like last
appreciate
week or
it,
so, might have been in Europe. A couple weeks ago, might have been somewhere else. And even my aunt, like my aunt's
LA.
traveled the world. And I might say, like, because I still haven't gone to Europe, so I'm always the one that's like, how's Paris? How's London? Because I'm like, what's our
Exactly. So you give that person who's the epitome of passport, you don't like that person either. You know what I mean? Not like that person, but you.
See, but I feel like I like my mom. My mom travels a lot too, like an extreme amount.
Yeah.
And I like those people because if you go somewhere with them, they're first in where to go. So they won't give you a shitty restaurant recommendation.
Well,
they won't give you a shitty travel spot. Not some touristy shit, but like.
How many good stories come from the shitty restaurant you went to that you didn't realize? You know what I mean?
True, but
I went to Philly. I ate at Geno's.
Don't ever.
That might be like
exactly. And ishkabibbles for the chicken.
Exactly. But my story isn't from having the best cheesesteak I've ever had. You know what I mean? My story is from being like, I was brought in by the.
I like him. He's very opposite. I dig it. He has a very different scope.
Not because I disagree with you, only because I need you to like tell me more that I don't know already.
I mean, I've been to Japan and I've been to Hawaii. I went to Janet.
Nice.
But anywhere else I might have traveled small, like Mexico, Puerto Rico. I haven't been to Europe yet, which is like the goal.
I'm going to Barcelona next year.
Oh, have fun. I want to go to Alicante, Spain, and I really want to go to Portugal.
I want to go to Portugal too. What part? Lisbon?
Yeah, but I want to go to Porto. I hear Porto's nice.
Me too.
But I really have always wanted to go to Italy. Like my dreams are in Versailles and Italy. That's the two places.
Definitely experiences to be made out there.
I dream of them.
I'm gonna go to East Baltimore.
I don't know what.
Hey, the water's green.
I don't know what's east or west. So when I ask them, I'm like, "Oh, where you?" No, because I'm from Howard County.
This side of Towson versus that side of Towson.
I have no idea. So when I ask someone, literally, I lived in Baltimore for years. I can get you around Fargo. I can get you around Seattle. I don't know any of my.
Why you keep bringing up Fargo, yo? You want to move to Fargo?
There a little bit.
You
it's
like
weird.
it?
There's a lot of Polish people there.
Do you like Jackson? What's Jackson?
Mississippi?
Not Mississippi. Boise, Idaho? No.
Have I been to Boise? I've been to Idaho's Jackson. Not bad. I'm not the super.
Nebraska. It's Nebraska.
I like Nebraska. Here's what's funny about Nebraska. First off, the steaks are the shit, and there's a strange.
Steaks. Yeah, they got a steak like Nebraska steak too.
It's Nebraska. It's Omaha. It's Omaha steak. But there's a strangely good sushi spot in Nebraska. And
wow. How crazy is that?
Where's the first water at?
That's what I'm saying. It sounds strange, right? But they fly it in. It's unreal.
It's probably pricey too. Just
but
fly it in.
Where's your favorite city you've been to?
I love Montreal.
I like Vancouver.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I love
Montreal's alright.
Yeah.
Oh, do you like poutine?
No, I don't really
They got
care
some
for gravy.
They got like their own
Okay.
fries, like the poutine fries.
There's a
yeah.
pop-up at
Gravy.
Union Station. I'm plugging it. There's
Oh,
a
wow.
pop-up at Union Station right now to the 15th. That's
Okay.
a poutine thing from Montreal.
Legit.
My girl is French Canadian.
That's awesome!
Yeah. So
One of my favorite singers on earth who's lyrics are tattooed on me is French Canadian. Most Canadian.
What's her name?
Estero.
Okay. Dope.
Esther with a O.
your favorite place?
Ooh. I like Portland.
I heard Portland was dope as fuck.
I like Portland. I've always loved New York.
You love hipsters?
No. I like indie music.
But
I
isn't
don't
like
hipsters.
Portland like the epitome of hipster?
Or was it?
It is, but I feel like Williamsburg is so much more concentrated.
Yo,
Like,
Brooklyn?
like saturated with it.
And a while ago. I'm talking about like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
I remember
it's
like,
fucking weird.
This is
man.
Brooklyn?
Dumbo and Fort Greene and shit's fucking
Like,
weird.
Brownsville, I mean, this is, I mean, it's real nice out there.
Difference between friendly and flirting. You wrote
Ooh, I did not write that.
this? Oh, the one that can't read wrote this. Can you tell?
We gotta get the one that can't.
She said, "Yeah, I can tell."
I think it's
Marvin the Martian's my favorite cartoon character, but Marvin, we're gonna meet soon. We're gonna talk.
Yeah.
But
Between
don't
friendly and
type in
flirting.
anything because he can't read.
I understand. You know what?
Simple video.
I am not the best. I've never been a good flirter. I don't really.
No.
See, flirting is
I feel like
different.
I'm amazing
I think
at
flirting
flirting.
is relationship based.
No.
You can have, all right, you know, you
It's
got
a
that
skill,
office
bro.
coworker, right?
It's a skill.
Well, the interpretation of flirting.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you're writing something down and you say this person said to that person, depending if you don't know the context of that conversation and the relationship they built, you might say that's flirting. But if these two people have known each other for a long ass time and they kind of got this like little inside joke that they say, it might not be flirting at all. It might be nothing
I feel
sexually
like flirting
tied
is
to it.
purpose banter. Like we're doing this banter.
Yeah, it's like something we
teetering
agree
on
upon.
role play
That's
on
true.
purpose.
That's true.
But I feel like friendly is a lot more innocent because there's no ego in it. Like I'm really not checking for you, but I'm really talking to you the way that I would talk to you or you or you.
You look
And
nice.
then once someone finds out they're not flirting with them, they're insulted that they're that friendly.
How are you not good at flirting?
Because I've never, between being a nerd and being a bang geek forever, I've never been in a situation. Like here's the thing, like if you're talking about in the club, I've never walked up to some dude and said anything.
You've never been purposeful
It's
with
all
your
organic.
banter. Is that what you're saying?
No.
So because you're
I'll just stand there awkwardly until you talk.
Hold up, when you wrote them bars on that Dipset beat, you weren't flirting.
that wasn't flirting. They already had a relationship.
Did they? Or was she trying to establish a relationship?
Are these dudes you
Yeah,
wrote these
Dipset
dudes
beat.
you never talked to before?
I'm a
No,
legend.
no. I knew them. I was trying to establish.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Not
that was her
relationships.
form of flirting. She wasn't saying, hey, she was saying, okay, let me show you my ability to be creative. Let me invite you to my world. Also, I want some dick.
Yeah,
That's how I'm gonna get him. I'm not
because
gonna say you look
because
cute.
I don't
or
have
like
the
them
I don't
Jordans.
have the nerve to be like, hey, what's going on? What you about? Like I don't really
I
understand. any
think
of
flirting is about having an end goal, right?
that. Yeah, but
not having your end goal be visible to the person you're talking to.
I would think that's hard.
Nope, I flirt just to flirt sometimes.
And your end goal might be to just have this person
Like
across
I
from
give
you
people
to like feed
compliments.
your
Like
ego.
I give strangers compliments. Like I
Yeah.
I
I like to look in someone's eye,
like
male or
your-
female, not me being sexual.
Yeah, yo, I
like,
like
yo,
look.
that's a nice ass suit, and to watch them light up,
That's
or
not
even
flirting.
It
That's not
matters.
flirting.
It's
But
not
if I say the
flirting,
same
but
thing to a
someone
woman,
considerate.
it's flirting.
No,
Oh, you look
it's
good
not.
in
It's not.
that
It's not.
dress.
It's not.
Oh, you look good in that dress.
Your
That could
end
be
goal,
flirting.
your end goal might be your end goal in that instance with that random chick might be to leave this establishment and walk out, and then you know she's looking at you. Might be end goal.
I mean, I do wear leggings at work for that because no one has the gall to say it to my face. So, and that's another thing on tours too.
Leggings
That
work.
plays into shit too on tours. Nigga, HR ain't far, so you can only say but so much. And there's a lot of people I know who like dress how they want to dress or whatever.
HR?
right.
I got tours like
How many
HR?
times you talk to people you want to
Not
answer from
on
them?
the road with
I'm
them.
about to say, oh,
But
wow.
there are some people who delegate like
Yeah, no, I
this
think,
thing,
yeah.
How many times you talk to people you want an answer from them? You want them to tell you something that you want to know about them, but you don't know how to get to it.
I can tell you, I have stood there awkwardly.
Yeah.
And gotten more from that than anything out of my dumbass mouth. And more times than not,
That's your skill. Then that's
I
how
just
you.
stand
That's
there
your thing.
awkwardly and then we get engaged, right?
Yeah.
But more often than not, like
Dudes cannot do that, though.
Even
That's
if I
a
meet
female
somebody
thing you
with
can do.
friends, or even if I meet somebody, whatever, it's normally instant mutuality. I either know you because you're a friend of my two are friends. I know you because you're a friend of
My
whoever.
posse.
I know you because of a music friend I work with.
Right.
Or it's always some weird extension.
Exactly.
So I'm never blindly in a bar, meet a stranger, and be like, hey, what's up?
I don't do that either. Let me tell you what I do. If I'm a flirt,
What do you do? What do you
I
currently
use
do?
humor. Because I don't
Humor
have...
wins. I'm actually funny. But
I will funny flirt you.
Thank you.
To the point I'll bring you to my side by being funny.
Right.
Versus just outright saying, I want to fuck you, or I like you, or I'll just be funny to the point where you're like, yo, I like him.
If you
He's
can make
cool.
a girl laugh, you can make her have sex with you? Is that a good?
No, it's
is that
not.
a good
It's
quote?
not a.
No.
It doesn't go from
Marilyn
making my.
Marilyn Monroe said
It's a
that.
comfortability thing.
If
you can make a
takes
chick
down.
laugh, she'll get comfortable with you quick.
That's exactly what I can tell. The shoulders drop a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
I don't have to.
He's
be
not a
fun.
threat.
I can be if I can be an actual dumbass around you,
Yeah.
just no holds barred.
My cousin
And
used to
then
live
you
with,
fuck him.
when I first bought this house.
Like this.
I first bought this house years ago, and I was green to like almost everything. And he was living with me, but he was like 10 years older than me. But he was fucking revolutionary in the way I thought about shit. Antoine, I gotta get him on the podcast one day. He's fucking smart as fuck. But he was like, yo, I can tell, cause like I was single. I would bring girls through and hang out with him. He'd be like, yo, just chill out, yo. Just, let the shit go, wait for her to take her shoes off. If she takes her shoes off, she's fucking comfortable, bro. And I'm like, shit. As simple as that?
Environment really.
I think flirting
matters.
works the best when you have no expectations.
I think that's what
and
makes
women can
flirting
sense
work.
that. It's like, oh, you're doing this because you want A, B, and C to happen.
Maybe, but
you look great today. I'm gonna leave and I won't see you till next week.
I mean, there's something. I will admit, there is something. And look, think about it. Like, let's say I'm on a tour and there's a guy who periodically might be like, I like your sneakers, or like, and then you do your makeup a couple of weeks later. I was like, I like your makeup. Or like, you smell nice. Like, it kind of does resonate because I'm kind of a peer and I look like a hobo like the rest of you dudes.
Right.
So it's interesting, at least, because more guys than not don't want to be disrespectful and being like, oh, you look nice, and don't want to get misconstrued. But the one that's like, you look nice.
Yeah.
And keep it.
And keep it pushing.
Away.
It's like, you look nice, now give me something.
How about this? You said the best flirting is when you're not trying, right?
I mean, maybe secretly you are trying, but you don't make that an outward.
Maybe your best your best fight is when you're not, when you're like fluid and you're just going through what nature is telling you to do at the moment, right? You still gotta practice.
Still gotta practice.
You gotta practice,
That's
bro.
fighting. You gotta put the reps in.
You gotta practice.
You gotta practice.
Is there like questions in there?
In this?
Yeah.
It's none. We done. This is it.
Now
This is it.
Now we're just vibing.
Oh no, I'm glad.
God damn, this was a good one.
This is amazing.
We gotta come on yours now.
We can't have.
You have to invite
I
us.
have to.
Please?
I will.
Please
come to the
Okay.
Ashley Alexander.
Where's it at?
Well, mine is kind of transportable, like, because it's not videotaped. So
even
I
doing
would
work.
love to like maybe come here and just talk to you guys on mine.
Yeah.
Sounds good
I
to
don't
us.
know, but I would really love to have you guys on.
Basically,
You
Marvin can't come on the
are
podcast.
fine.
Or he can't read on it.
Yeah, we can't have that.
And you have to. He's a sweetheart, so he's not gonna take it.
No.
He's gonna cuss us
Yeah,
out.
he's
Yeah, but is he like the music fan?
No, he's the fit fan.
He's the
If
fit
you
fan.
need to
Is that the
transform
one that's
your
working
body,
out? Is that the one that's following me, working
Yes.
out? Like,
Yeah.
kudos to you, yo. I saw them side crunches you were doing, nigga.
He's
That
a beast.
shit looks painful.
He's a beast.
He's got abs.
I need a
He's all
workout
this
regimen.
shit.
Can you ask him? I would
Oh, yeah.
like a workout regimen. Just
Yeah.
plot it out.
Listen.
I'll do it.
Send him the request. Just make sure it's a video because he can't read.
I did. I saw the video. I didn't comment. I did the
He gonna
thing.
fuck us up.
Is that the MG fit?
Yes.
Yeah, that's him.
It's
One of
literally
those.
the fit.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
no filters allowed. He looks like that all.
And the funny thing is, we all consider ourselves fit, but like we have to like downplay our fitness. When
No,
we're
we have to
around
downplay it because we have multiple guests.
He's gonna
Look at
see
his
this.
fit. Oh yeah, he's watching now.
Oh.
Whoa, by
I
the
talk
way,
shit about every time he's gone because it's been plenty of times. Me and Marvin without him,
Okay.
all I do is talk shit
like
about
2
Nick.
times. We need plenty of times.
That's enough.
That's enough.
I have a hype
Bro,
man every once in a while for my podcast, but normally it's me and then I interview whoever. So
We can't wait to come on.
you guys have to come.
I want to come on like
I've had a whole
Yeah.
bunch of really cool people on there. My homegirl Bree Newsom's come on,
Dope.
and I've had a couple of
pass people through to us too. If you don't.
Oh yeah, there's really unique people around.
We're gonna have you back on again too.
Yeah,
if you don't-
I gotta make sure to bring my friend Dan Frigolette. Shout out to Dan. When Dan is back down here, you guys gotta meet him. Dan is a comedian and he owns the Hoboken Comedy Festival. But
Jeez.
he also has a podcast called Porn Stars Are People.
I like that.
Oh my God!
I like porn stars.
Dan's the man with that.
And
And
I
he
like
goes to
people.
like the AVNs and like all that stuff. So like,
Oh, we got so many questions for him.
yeah,
And
Dan.
they got that.
Dan
They
Frigolette,
got
you have to come and
Exotica
not
up
say
in
for years.
up in New
There's
Jersey
a
too.
place for you.
Please.
He's wonderful.
Awesome.
What we got?
Can we give it up?
That's it? We
give it up?
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Shout yourself out. I'll give you a handle. Things you got
At
planned.
always double A at Bat Buddha is the other one. He is a traveling companion of mine. And
Oh, we don't have the bat with us?
no, he's giving me my purse.
Yeah, we gotta take a photo with the bat. Hey, shut the fuck up.
Bat Buddha is a thing that my friend got for me as a gift from right before my first tour. And she asked
with
was,
followers.
Yeah, with followers. It's wild.
Understand this.
I think it might have more followers than me. And
we gotta take a photo with Bat Buddha.
yes, you
on
do
the ledge.
for me.
Okay. You understand what you see.
She got it made for me because she wanted me to take pictures in all my travels. And on the Janet tour, she knew I was going to Hawaii and Japan and all across the country.
Where are you from?
Laurel.
Oh, okay.
Maryland.
Got you.
So
Oh shit. Okay.
never far away. 301. So she got this made for me because I like Batman.
Oh
and
shit!
Touch it.
Yeah, he's the dude.
Damn.
He is the man. He's been around the world. He's taking pictures with a whole
Like,
bunch of people.
That's the kind of shit I look for our podcast room.
He's wonderful.
You understand that you've touched?
Yeah, Manson, Gambino, Jimmy Jam,
Touch Buddha.
Janet.
This is gangster.
There's a whole bunch of very unique friends of mine that do their thing, and he is a very important person to me. So he stays with me everywhere I go.
And also the play on this psychology behind Batman also being a Buddhist.
Right?
Wow.
It's
Batman's a Buddhist?
Are they like opposites?
No,
Like,
it's kind of opposite, but at the same time, it kind of removes me from pictures in my travels.
like that.
It kind of removes a bit of vanity because I can put that there, and you know that I'm there.
You don't like vanity?
I don't mind it. It's hard as a singer. You would think that I would adore vanity. I don't enjoy it entirely. I like a good mirror. I like a good photo. It doesn't thrive my day.
I love vanity from people who don't epitomize vanity.
Yeah, those are my bigger.
You know?
I'm a bigger fan of those folks. Like
it's a different reflection of confidence, maybe. Like
Yeah.
true confidence. Like, okay, I'm not. Keep saying Rihanna, but I can also be so secure with myself.
Yeah.
That I'm gonna allow you to enjoy.
Oh, that's right. Are you
my
guys?
performance.
I didn't even tell you guys. I went on a Drake fast. It ended in August.
A Drake fast.
You didn't listen to Drake for how long?
I started midnight, January
Drake
1st.
fast.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
January 1st, midnight, and then it ended. I got 8 months, 16 days, 22 hours.
How do you not listen to Drake?
How'd you feel?
In this market?
It was
like as soon as you
hard.
hear, you like ah! Like,
It was hard.
I mean,
Think about it. I would ask Uber drivers to change the radio station. Like friends on tours would turn it down.
Yeah.
Wow,
Like
Drake
people
fast.
were really courteous because I really meant it.
Is that a thing?
Well,
It's
here's the
her.
thing. It was gonna happen. It was either gonna be. It's because you keep saying Rihanna, Kendrick, or Drake was gonna get it from me this year.
Okay.
Yeah, but Rihanna fasted herself.
Right?
So.
But here's the thing. She came up with the makeup. I love her now. And if I did that, I'm a diehard NRD fan. Like they are my end all be all.
Okay.
If I had snubbed her, I wouldn't have heard Lemon, and I would have fucked my year up.
Mm.
I could have done Kendrick at the top of the year.
Oh, but you didn't hear Drake's Lemon.
No.
Yeah, you didn't hear him. You remade it.
But Kendrick was doing the Black Panther soundtrack.
Somebody said she's gorgeous.
Yeah, you gotta hear that.
Thank you. I didn't want to remove myself from the conversation for Black Panther.
Yeah, you got it.
So Drake, it's you. Like it's you. So literally all the top of this year, I heard None of Scorpion.
Yeah.
So imagine like I just said it to people. I was like, God's plan, and then everyone laughs because they know I don't listen to Drake. So I got. I fucked up my Drake fast is over. Everybody knows now.
Yeah.
Because of Nonstop.
I like that.
Because of Nonstop, you like that song?
Did it. Because
And that's not a song that's liked by everyone.
Yo,
Yeah, it's not.
It is my whole anthem, yo.
I like. See,
I'm
they
tall,
try to play
I'm
me
light
for
skinned,
Nonstop.
I'm a dark nigga, I'm a grave digger, I'm a wig splitter, the whole thing. It's a whole.
Thank you.
You guys are weird.
Oh, then listen. Anyway. Not safe
Right,
is.
close it
Thank
out,
you so
bro.
much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Did you get that?
I did. What the fuck?